And your boy, Friday the Southern Band, George James on the beat.
On the spoon to get your information. On the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon television. Spoon radio station.
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Monrovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon you will know. If the children crying for starvation, just to spoon. You want to get a news update, brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening in Monrovia, to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to spoon. You want to know what's happening in the ministry, to spoon. To spoon. To spoon. You from Vonjema, Maryland, to spoon. To spoon. If you eat kepa, gradually, my brother, to spoon. You got a spoon TV, you got a spoon radio, to spoon. To spoon. You wanna get a news update, to spoon. Rastafari. Kilibamba, kilibamba, kilibamba. Kilibamba, kilibamba, kilibamba. What I want? Yes, what you about today?
Spoon TV.
Yes, what you about today? Beseku.
Spoon TV. Spoon
Ba. Skidibidi dabado.
Spoon TV. Spoon entertainment.
Kua. Beseku, kudileo. Kudileo.
On the spoon to get your information.
Oh, yes, indeed. That's what you have to be doing right now. Turn to Spoon 107.5, 101.1 FM, 95.5. We're coming to you live from Cinco here in Monrovia, wherever you find yourself and however you're listening. Welcome to the biggest show on radio, online in the nation's capital, Monrovia. It's just good, that we have you here in our company this wonderful evening from the nation's capital, Monrovia, West Africa, wherever you find yourself, however you're listening and however you're following. Welcome to it, to the biggest platform in the nation. Welcome. So thank you for joining us today. Yeah, today is the 30th day of November 2024. The year is gradually rolling down, going to an end. And I guess a lot of you people out there made resolutions from the beginning of this year. And I hope you are, you are almost 90% complete now with that resolution. So if you're there in Grand Jita County, welcome our folks in Grand Bassa, Lofa, Maryland counties. I want to welcome you on today. Those who are also celebrating the birthday of the President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Joseph Human Boakai. I want to say happy birthday to you, Mr. President. Those who are celebrating also, thank you for celebrating with the Liberian leader. Just another wonderful day in the nation's capital, Monrovia. A lot more to talk about. We're going to be here, allowing you to share your views, comments, suggestion, opinions on some of those issues making rounds in the country. And maybe you can seize the moment to say happy birthday, Mr. President. And then and especially those who are supporters of this regime, you can seize the moment to say happy birthday to the president. So it's good that you are there in my company. My name is Strokon Flammer. I'm gonna be sitting here until our team can arrive, and when the team arrives, and definitely we will be discussing national issues concerning you, me, and the entire country. So it's just a wonderful day, a wonderful time, and we're going to spend that together here tonight. You know, those who are watching will say, keep watching, keep sharing the show to invite a friend, and that friend has to invite another person to sit with you to watch alone. Yeah, you can do that alone. This is the platform that gives you the opportunity to share your views, comments, suggestion on those issues that make rounds in the country. Plato said, if you refuse to participate in politics, you will end up being governed by inferior people. So it is good that sometimes a lot of people will say, I don't like politics. No, but anything that happens to the country, it affects you. For example, those who are complaining now that the Liberian US rate, the Liberian dollar is appreciating against the United States dollars, but yet the prices of basic commodities and goods on the market are still up. People are concerned, and that is it. So what happens in the country will definitely affect everybody. So welcome to it, and we're going to be taking your calls to allow you to share your views, and then also be able to say what's on your mind this evening. So you can have your calls coming in on 0555 or 0777 to be heard here this evening on the biggest platform in the nation. Welcome. Good evening and welcome. Oh, hello, good evening, welcome. We have to take this person. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. How you doing, Chugon?
Welcome. Let's hear your name and where are you calling us from?
Yeah, my name is Chule Polo and I do call you from Tuguru.
Go ahead, Lepolo.
Yeah, I don't have much to say, just to wish our president happy birthday to him, and I pray that God will give him the grace that you always giving him, and he will be able to lead the country the right way. And I also want to thank God, thank you again for his life. You know, I actually today I was happy to see him turning 80 at the age. So I'm happy that God will continue to bless him and you will do the right thing. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you so much. So we take more of your calls here this evening. Hello, good evening. Welcome. Let's hear you. Let me take this person. Good evening.
Good evening, my brother Jogo.
Good evening. Welcome.
Yeah, Jogo, I join you from the I have
Mm-hmm.
every week is a black happen. Anyway, this is David King.
David King.
Uh, yeah, David King.
Welcome, David. My man, I haven't heard you for a while.
See that?
Come again.
What were you saying?
No, I said I have not heard from you for a while.
Yeah, my man, we to the point. What is on my mind? I always say after the podcast,
Mm-hmm.
what is on my mind has to do with the condition of our people.
Mm-hmm.
Then Mr. Baga claimed that we were on a rescue mission to come and rescue Liberian from President Weah.
Mm-hmm.
I think he needed to have done that properly. What George Weah did in his country, they did not do it good. He was a rescuer, but we see something different. He took our diplomatic passport and gave it to Joe Koto. Today, Joe Koto went to Japan and robbed a 65-year-old Japanese Muslim merchant there. He got in that place, he was arrested today, he's in jail. Usually our diplomatic passport. He's not a diplomat. Everyone knows that Joe Koto is a scam artist. Everyone knows it. But for Mr. Bonda to take our diplomatic passport, give it to Joe Koto, to put them on the character of Liberia, for me, I see that service. While Liberia stood in the queue to vote back to win election by 1% of the vote. Wanted to come and put our country name in the top. There are a lot of things happening in the government, things are going on. Center, what when you see someone CEO done this every day and trying on Mr. Walker. Last night I could see it's a in your voice, and he said one thing he said, Mr. Walker is stopped. And Gamola Clinton was telling him, but 1 year ago you are on the same platform telling Liberia people to vote for Mr. Walker. Why are you crying?
Okay.
Mr. Waterfall was very much speechless because you cannot break the supporter chain.
No, right. David Key, we have a lot of people on the line. Hello, good evening, welcome.
Hello?
Hello, you are live.
Yes, Emma. Good evening to you.
Yes, you are live. Just move away from your radio, please.
Okay, I think a little bit clear now.
Yes, go ahead.
And Trevor, let me say good evening to you and good evening to all of the Spoon Foundation, the Spoon FM, the Spoon Talk family.
Mm-hmm.
And my name is Mohammed M. John, resident of District number 16 on the Buddha Island area of Balasa Community.
Mm-hmm.
Let me further say happy birthday to my President Buckeye on his 80th birthday celebration within Liberia as president of this nation.
Mm-hmm.
Well, President Buckeye, the 10-day ultimatum that you are given to those officials of government that.
Hello. Oh, we lost you. Hello, good evening, welcome.
Good evening, Chief. How are you?
You're live, welcome. Let's hear you.
I'm Francisco McCray, you're 20 over here. I'd like to say happy birthday to President Joseph Yuma Boakai, but on the issues concerning about the promises that the president made.
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can tell me, say, we're going to have 4-lane rule. 4-lane on this 4-lane. For God in heaven said, go to Vata. They said, in the road. The road drainage is nothing at the camp. The road, they say, they're facing 4 lanes. So drainage is cashing a place from here and there. So what is often, what a road they getting out now?
Mm-hmm.
You get it?
You are live.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because you can face road without drainage. The same old road and the same old road they're passing is not road fixing. Because Joseph Boakai is going to create 4 lanes from Tucker Beach to Freeport. That's first the road.
Mm-hmm.
Now, according to his working with the Liberia people, from Tucker Bridge to Freeport, they're going to be 4 on this side, 4 on this side. So the same old that the patching is the facing road.
Okay.
Have a blessed day, my brother.
Thank you so much for sharing your view here this evening on Spoon Talk on Spoon 107.5 Fabric 101.1 FM so many frequencies across the country. Thank you for joining us. If you're just joining today's edition of the program, my name is Shukon Flammer, and we are now soliciting your views up to 10, at which time we have our team. So thank you for joining us. So let's hear you. Welcome. Hello, good evening. Let me take this person here. Good evening, welcome.
Hello?
Yes, you are live. Welcome.
This is Ronan Kimle. I call from language.
Go ahead, Rudy.
Yeah, I want to say happy birthday to my president,
Mm-hmm.
Joseph Yuma Bwaga. And I want to say that God be with him. I wish you success, prosperity, that you will lead your country. Those who say he will not make it will put our enemy to shame. And let him do the best for the Liberian people. And let him carry out you. I want to pray for him. So please allow me to pray for our president.
Quickly, go
Our
ahead.
Lord, our Father, we thank you. We give you the glory. Commit our president into your hand. Father, I pray that you, God, may give him long life, grant his heart desire. May him to know that Liberia was the one who chose him to be the leader of the country. And you, God, carry him through that you will lead us in your rightful path according to your will and your riches in glory. Guide him and protect him and always guide our CEO, Central Waterspoon, who is going to be there for Liberian people. I thank you in Jesus' precious name. Amen.
Thank you so much. We take this person here this evening on the radio. Good evening, welcome.
Yeah, this is Abraham Grease. I join you from GSO.
AB, welcome. Let's hear you, brother.
Yes, very much. You see, but for me, let me be honest, on the show today. I don't think there is anything happy about it, the president, but, celebrating all around, feel good for in themselves in the presence of vast majority for people to be even pay their own transportation fare or even have a food to eat for the day, the largest population that have it. Then you feel good of people celebrating in the presence of other people. These are some of the things if you see, the festival wall into this country. These are some of the problems. So let Joe Brother put himself together and control himself and see how best to govern the country.
Thank you. Let's
Yeah.
take another person here on this line. Hello, good evening, welcome. Hello, you are live.
Yeah. First of all, I want to tell the president good luck and happy birthday. And something I try to say, those frustration citizens were coming on the air to say something that you're not supposed. You went to celebrate somebody who left you on the ground and went to Paris. You were not in that friend whole day. You ever eat food there? You talking about something that you know. No, let's tell us something. He then said they will never call president, Buckeye president. They always say Mr. You like it, you not like it, that the president. So let me tell you, what you talking about? When you met the country here today, the water not clear here, then you want to or something. They also don't be talking things like that. You're damaging the country, you're see. Then they are going for one in different country to root. They are rooted this country here. So you come here to talk something better for people to hear. You're talking rubbish. Thank you.
No, we can allow it. Hello, good evening.
Hello, brother.
Hello, you are live. Just move away from your monitor, please. So I'll let you go. I have to do that quickly and take another person here. Good evening, welcome. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Welcome. Let's hear you. You're live.
Thank you, Mr. Farmer. Thank you, Chukon.
Your name?
Abu, the channel for the blind people are calling from Luzuta FP tonight.
Abu, go ahead.
Let me say, happy birthday to the dynamic president of this country, the best president, the listening president of the Republic of Liberia. Let me say, Mr. President, yeah, all the people are saying this in the king before you say this. God are saying to lead the country, to carry the country to a different heart. But Mr. President, you 1 year, can you took over?
No, we lost you. We have to take another person.
Hello?
Good evening. You are live. Welcome.
Good evening, school family. Good evening to the peace-loving people of Liberia.
Good evening. Welcome. Your name and where are you calling from?
This is the voice of William S. Hunt, and I'm from Cartwell, New Jersey, Level. And I respond from the massive rescue installation hub this night. I would like to say a happy birthday, a happy blessed birthday to His Excellency President Walker, President of the Republic of Liberia. The President always watch. Today, Liberians are experiencing a massive drop in gasoline, stable rate, stable lifestyle, infrastructure, some massive development going on. The president on a week, we see people declaring access. The president will respect the laws, sustain and dismiss people who are found in corruption. This is a president celebrating his 80th birthday. So I want to say a happy, blessed birthday to His Excellency President Joseph Lebwaka.
Thank you so much. We take this person. Hello, good evening. Welcome.
Hello.
Good evening. You are live on the radio.
Good evening, Chokon, and good evening to the peace-loving citizens of Liberia. I'm Emphatic Kumar Jr. speaking from Johnson's community, and I just want to extend my birthday greeting to the guest president of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Joseph Boga Sr. I wish him more years to come, and may God give him more wisdom to lead our country in the best trajectory. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing your views here this evening. We'll take this person here. Hello, good evening. Welcome. Hello, good evening. Let's hear you. Welcome. Mm-hmm.
From the avenue of Honorable Josiah Melvin Cole, the chairman of Rules and Order Administration of the 55th Legislature. Well, let me say thank you ever so much this afternoon. I gave me the opportunity. Well,
Now you alone hearing that caller though. You gotta, if the man can talk, go take him off the line. Trickle.
Okay.
Nobody hearing him.
Okay. I think I got it. Hello, good evening. Welcome.
Good evening, Troko.
Yes, you are live. Welcome.
Thank you for the show. Let me say thank you to the Spoon Network for
Just
providing the
move.
opportunity.
Just move away from your monitor, please.
I am not near the monitor. No.
Okay, go ahead. I think much more better.
I call basically to extend my birthday wish to the president. Wish him more grace. That the Almighty God grant him wisdom so as to lead our country to the high heights. Look, until we disabuse our minds from politics, we will realize that this president, to some extent, is restoring the image of our country. Is President Walker running a perfect government? Absolutely no. But you can see some today, nobody celebrating the Ethiopian Airlines due to bad administration. I resume fly again honor this president. Nobody reverend it. President Walker took over Gawa 850 today, $600. See, this is still not celebrated. But why you really want to see happening in 8 months or 9 months time that you think they see what you've done it? President Walker can just face it over there. Gradually, we are getting there. This president will not let the country down. He has made a promise to the Liberian people. Thank God he did not build 47 condominiums in his first 6 months, like your other president did. Thank you for the opportunity, man.
Thank you so much for sharing your views here this evening on the radio. Let's have you. Good evening. Welcome.
Hello. Good evening.
You're live. Welcome. Let's hear your name and where are you calling us from.
Thank you. So good for now. In Baji the man. Oh, so let me say, first of all, let me say happy birthday to my beloved president. We love you and like God will love you. I hope God will give you many more years to come and strengthen you for you to rule the nation good. Having said that, so let me say this, right? Thank you for you to give the ultimatum to the people that rule on you because this is complete rudeness. President that giving you power, the men declare access. You deliberately refuse. You say you don't want to declare access. But then will be in a fear of play to get a red card and now get easy. They can give you yellow card, green card before they give you a yellow card, but red card. But trust me, for now to December story, that's what they people sitting on a bench. If not only you people call it, if they give you that privilege given to you, if you not want it, say that other player can play. So President Baka, thank you. I hope God will strengthen you for you to rule the nation for the next 5 years, another 5 years to come. After the 5 years, I hope you will live
maybe 30 or 40 years from now again. So thank you for having me tonight.
Thank you so much. We take this other person here. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, good evening. My name is Rani Masare, and I call you from Chicken Factory.
Masali,
I
go
want to
ahead.
say, yes, sir.
Go ahead,
I want
Masali.
to, good evening to our President, His Excellency President Joseph Nyuma Bwaka, for his birthday today, making 80 years. And, because of the death of Prince Johnson, other people are saying that the president should not celebrate her birthday. The president should celebrate her birthday because he's still living. He did not die, so why should you not celebrate her birthday? Prince Johnson gone. So, the president should have right to celebrate her birthday. So, the battery, and they say using battery, but the battery, God will continue to charge the battery for us. And I'm asking the president to make those who are against him, the opposition, because they say he will not do nothing, in fact he was. So we pray to God that he will do the better thing. And as much as he do the better thing for our country, I don't care, he only takes care, we'll still put him there as a president.
Okay.
So I urge him to do everything possible not to make us shame we that supported him.
Okay.
God will continue to charge the battery. Those who are talking about charging battery, that ain't there.
Thank you so much. We take this person here. Hello, good evening. Welcome.
Thank you. This is the voice of Andrew Fire Jr. I'm here from the Master Rescue Mission Information Hub. All right. I would like to wish my president happy birthday, and I want to do it in a song for him. And this that is song. So the song goes like this. Let me tell you the story of this life. Yaka yaka, he don't want to hand me job. Yaka yaka, his father was a farmer. Oh, yaka yaka. That's why he can rescue father. Yaka yaka. Everybody want to celebrate. Yaka yaka. Everybody want to celebrate. Yaka celebrate. Yaka. Let me tell you the story of his life. His mother was a handy job. His father was a farmer. That's why he's a rescue father. Everybody wanna celebrate. Celebrate. Mr. President, I want to see the happy birthday to you. This is the rescue Andrea Jr. here from the Massive Rescue Hub for the time.
Thank you so much, Andrew. We take more of your calls here this evening on today's edition of the Spoon Talk. Today is November 30, 2024. And my name is Strokon Flammer, sitting here until our team can arrive. You can have your calls coming in 0555 101075 or 0777 to be heard here this wonderful evening. Let's hear you. Hello, good evening. Welcome.
Yeah. Good evening, brother.
Go ahead. Your name and where you're calling us from.
My name is Jeremiah. I'm calling from the Wabong on the Tala district.
Go ahead, Jeremiah.
Yeah, I want to say happy birthday to our president. We so love and for him. To the even our CEO. But I advise our president. If the president is any power or giving the name, please do not make us. You put up for people in seven order to all our things that cannot be you. Please do not run this government of friendship. The end of the government has everything put it down. Good for trust you. For age you even now, you're not going back for a second time. Do your best what you can do. Although you may not do 100%, but at least being a fasting player at least. So other people who take the government, they get this shoe. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We'll take this person here. Good evening.
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, good evening. Yeah, my birthday speech to the president, and my issue is that the water sweat out of one. I want to beg more Ari to be working along with probably other construction company being our vote because they got too many balls on the go. especially when going, let's say, before we do to select who there's a public boss and they say that new road and Chevy face. In the long run, that was fall. So, anytime they put a project to table, that body, or any other matter what else, they deal in the language, they control company to know the place they got, go and see, go out the road, didn't be in the road, and then they go and bought the road. The day to see down, a minute, see that was bought the place.
Okay.
So I beg you them, please.
All right. Thank you so much. We have to get this person on this other line. Hello. Good evening. Welcome. Hello. Welcome. Okay. We have to move over to this one. Hello. Good evening.
Hello?
Let's hear you. Welcome. Let's hear you. Go ahead.
Good evening to you guys. My name is Alhaji Ibrahim, commonly known as Ibrahim, calling from Upper Cowell.
Go ahead.
What is on my mind? What is on my mind today? I want to wish my president happy birthday. I pray so that God will give him the strength, a long life, and that a good health, so that he can, this our country on pipe. As we all know that President Baka is a man with wisdom, and he's trying the possible best so that he can set this country on the rightful path. So I want to say thank you to Mr. President and happy birthday to you again. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We take this person here. Hello, good evening. Welcome.
Good evening.
Welcome. Let's hear you. Welcome.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, dear. Happy birthday to you. May God bless you. May God bless you. May God bless you, dear. Happy birthday to you.
All right.
Wish you long life. I wish you success.
All right, so we got a person message. Let's go ahead. We got to start the show.
Wish you long life. Yeah.
Sugar, can you hear me?
Yeah, CEO, welcome.
Yeah. We celebrate the president's birthday, like the gentleman singing. So we'll be starting the show now. It's 4:04 p.m. We got chocolate with pink. Is that pink or purple t-shirt? Purple polo shirt. Which one? Pink?
Purple.
Oh, you changed it to purple. Your balance. Oh man, what a day, what a day, what a day. We want to say welcome, folks. Thank you for joining us. Please share the show. On the other side of the street, President Baka having a big program, his birthday program. If you want to be there, you got to pay 250 USD or $500 per seat, per chair for the table. Again, we want to say a wonderful program is going on in the very lavish Spencer. It's not for the poor people, but I want to wish the president happy birthday. Chokon, we want to say thank you for coming on today. You guys broke the law and you brought in magic. So if they ask who brought in magic, are you? Just let Madame Titi know. Dualu, what's up, my brother?
How about Chogo is a new over?
Yeah, win.
But anyway, man, y'all welcome to the show. Y'all share the show across the globe. We got this.
What you just said, Jai, young boy, what's that?
So I said, how you doing? He said, I'm doing fine. Let me hear from you. I said, well, it's been a long time since I've seen you. It's a pleasure to see you again. Yeah.
Wow, Bazodian.
Yeah. That day. That's what it is.
Yeah, but we're gonna do a great show today. A lot of stuff, a lot of information, a lot of stuff happening. Dualu.
Yeah.
I get the bank information on the National Insurance Company of Liberia.
You're not supposed to talk about it. You're not supposed to talk about it.
Yeah, all the bank information, but the amount of money not running out of the bank. Today, the president celebrated his birthday. But on good news, I would say, again, I just hang up on one of my friends from CDC. This thing about Ethiopian Airline coming to the country, they say it's not a big deal. I say you lie. So we gave you cake plane. But at least, though we are not owning Ethiopian Airline, but I think this is a big news, and I think Stephen
It's a
Johnson
huge
and the
news.
folks,
I will tell you
and
why
the folks,
economically,
and,
right?
and the folks are. I mean, it's big, right?
It's
Because
big. It's
Ethiopian Airline, you're going to leave Ethiopia and go straight into Monrovia. I think it's a big news.
Almost 200 destinations globally. So
I'm not going to even say. Listen, I'm not going to even say anything short of that. And I said, listen, my friend. If you want to argue this news, I got a picture of Joe. We are eating cake and calling it plane. So we can make that argument. Listen. I believe, and I'm gonna say what you want to say in that department. I think it's a plus because when you leave from America or somewhere and hit Ethiopia, right? You can find your luggages. A lot of people, but now you don't have to hit Ethiopia. You just go straight in.
Yeah.
Straight to Liberia. And the Ethiopian women there. No, man. They might be fast. I mean, I was watching the thing. I enjoy the fact that now somebody can say, yes, we are trying. Right? Listen, it's a big, big issue.
It's a huge deal. Economically, it's a big deal.
I want to say this, right?
Yeah.
We can be said, listen, we need to beat this government. Even when they drop, we will beat them. When they can't walk, we will beat them. But this news, go in the chat room. It's a big why news, to tell you the truth. And my friend Labia, we will tell you this, right? For me, I'm saying to all of you, this is a big, big news. And what does cause it? For Ethiopian Airlines to go straight into Liberia. Straight into Liberia. To say what you want to say. I said, listen, you don't have to go and take a break in Ghana and take a break here. No. You will get on the plane. The plane will go straight to Ethiopia and refuel. You don't have to get on, maybe. And the plane will go straight into Liberia. And you want to tell, no. Give me Joe, we are on a plane. Find a picture. And but we didn't start the show yet.
No, that's not the show yet. That's not the show yet.
Yeah.
It's big.
People ask questions. We started the show because we got a lot of stuff happening, Dualu.
Yes,
we got to give the headlines. There's a beautiful quote. Is it cool at your end, Dualu?
Very cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. But yeah, man, I have my fleece jacket on, but I'm here. I woke up to the news and I told Stephen Johnson Page the second. Is that his last name, Page?
Yeah, I think it's Page. Yeah, Stevie Johnson Page.
No, man, they're not Page, man. I Page did.
No, but Stevie did a brilliant job. From the aviation team of the Republic of Liberia, the transport minister, obviously to the president himself. I know the negotiation been going on for a while. Look, there's a lot of reason why this is a big deal. Now, somebody asked the question whether it's going to be a direct flight coming from New York or the U.S. straight to Liberia. There is a huge possibility. As the population increase in terms of the usage of the route, we could get a straight flight to Liberia.
No, my PA. The lead Joe, we are F1 here. Just get it, put up there, just get it right there. So you know what I want you to do, Choco? Put Joe, we are F1 with the Ethiopian Airline.
Sabasa.
Yeah. No. You got to go back there and connect both pictures, my PA.
Yeah.
So we are F1 Ethiopian Airline, connect both of them. And we show to the people. And the Liberian people will decide which one they will take. You want to take cake plane or you want to take, listen, people, so they say, oh, you know what, Center? They have Liberian plane. Hey, man, you want to tell us and say, find something good, find something if you want to criticize. And I know we're going to talk about this birthday, right? We're going to talk about other issues coming up from the National Insurance Company of Liberia. We're going to talk about the LRA issue, which is building up like crazy, and the MagTech. We got a lot of news, but a lot of our call Steven Johnson here today, and we'll find a way for the managing director or the transport minister, Salif Tyler, because we beat on Salif Tyler. But I think this is a plus for him as well.
It's a big
it's a big plus.
For the whole team. Look, my brother Stevie. Look, if we can call Stevie, if we can get, I'll get Stevie number. Call, because this is a big deal. People been asking. They think that what the plane will do for all. I will explain here tonight why economically this is so important. This is a big deal. You know, we criticize some of the things happening in the government, but when the government does something right, we will champion it heavily. This is not small. This is big. Especially when
I will say this, and the people know I will beat on this government in a second. But I will say this to you, my fellow Liberian: this thing, if you don't travel, you don't know. Yeah. But if you're someone that can travel to bring money in the country, the people are going to get some money. For the plane to come directly in Liberia,
thank you.
They will get some money. I dare Uncle Sam to come and say something else, but they won't. I dare any sedition to come and say something else, because you know what? I want you to give me a reason. What you are saying today, Omar from Bon County, and all over, I want to tell you guys, because of this little thing, it's a plus. It is. You remember when the Air France left? They left, right?
Yeah.
And
Delta too. See, Delta ran Delta out of Liberia. Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing we have, Peace.
Morocco.
No. What the play? The one that came from Ghana?
Oh, the
What flag that came from Ghana?
Peace Airline. I think it's Peace
Airline. Peace Airline, not Ascar.
Ascar Air. Yes. Yeah.
All of them be doing yama. It's good.
Okay, you deserve it.
But Ethiopian Airline. If you enter that plane, the first thing you're going to see straight, you fall, you go to bed. You will not get it again till you get to Liberia. And I don't want to say that. And the food. And the thing that, listen, we were talking about this, but I think this is good for the country.
Very good.
This is a plus. Yes, you can complain that we need to do better at our airport. I agree. Yep. Yes, you can complain that we need to improve the security, improve the tarmac, improve everything. I agree. But this one addition is a plus. Uncle Sam, welcome to the show. Mr. Eduardo, it's good to see you. The rest of the guys coming up, but guys, listen. We are only here for 2 hours.
Correct.
Please, listen. If you come late to the program, it's on you. We only here for 2 hours. A beautiful Saturday, we get no time to waste. So in the next 1 minute, we'll start the show. Mr. Eduardo, your 30 seconds on Tabata and Uncle Sam, then we'll get into the program.
Excellent. And I want to stick to that plenty for a very second. Some people are asking, is this Airline barrier? Currently, we don't have the infrastructure to have Airline barrier. But this, if we utilize this properly, where we start collaborating with Ethiopia to train Liberia, we can transition into owning Air Liberia. This is a process. This is a big step. The question now is, what was the contract negotiated? Whether we got favorable terms, etc., etc., etc. We cannot have Air Liberia when we don't have the infrastructure, by the way. But this is it's a huge deal, and we will explain this here tonight once everybody comes on board and we start begin to talk about this topic economically. That's what I'm talking about this plane. Honorable Bwaka is a big birthday present to the country. Thank you, and happy birthday again, sir.
Okay, so what Uncle Sam ran away because we're talking about Ethiopian Airlines. So Asador is coming, Clinton is coming, Dr. Richardson, the rest of the team will be joining us. We're going to have a big show. Can you share the show? Wherever you are, we want to hear from you. We want your comment. Don't mind Duadu. Listen, he loves you guys comment. He loves it. I'm seeing my brother here, the counselor there, Antonio Lola, FB, Garcia. I think this is a big deal for passengers. Imagine paying $11.50 from EBB to Monrovia through Addis Ababa. Before this arrangement, the cost was between $1,200 to $1,500. Now listen,
sometimes 2,200. Yeah,
he's out of the country. He's telling you exactly again. Thank you for joining us, Councilor Good. It's always good to see you. Be safe where you are. The Ethiopian Airlines is one of the best airlines in Africa. Howard Dennis is saying this. Howard, we want to say, Howard, where are you joining us from?
In the world, not just Africa, in the world.
Just let us know. I am watching from Campley City, Nima County. Again, Peter Chied, again, our condolences to you from Campley. I want to say thank you for joining us, Thomas David. Hello, how you doing? I want to say to you, again, CT Commute, it's good to see you. Aaron Fale, it's good to see you. Damasco, Moses, Nunga, again, all of you, Amara Berete, Harris, Bundo, George Morris Jr., Pierre Campbell, Tano Jala, Abdullah Fambula, Abu Kamara, and everybody else. I want to say you guys welcome. Go on your Facebook and share the show. Go on your YouTube and share the show. Let's have a great Saturday evening program. This is Spoon Talk. Peter, Pitos, Corey. Again, welcome to the show. Alpha Umar, welcome. Aaron To, welcome. Mankula Son, Man Judy, welcome. George Horace. Everybody, if I don't call your name, I'm saying you. I'm reading your comment. Welcome to the Spoon Talk. The last day in this month. The last day.
Yeah.
Let's update you. Joseph Boga is celebrating his birthday. On this day, Money Captain is gone from the LDC. Today was his last day at the LDC. His contract expired today. Because of you. You complain, he's gone. There's no electricity in the country, he's gone. So, Money Captain, don't talk to United about LDC no more. He's gone, he's out. Today was his last day, he's out. And today is Joseph Boga's birthday. Uncle Seth, welcome to the show. My pap, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great. I mean, I heard the thing you were talking about. Where was Uncle Sam stay about it? Stanton, nobody my age who grew up in Liberia when they had British Caledonia, Air France, KLM. I used to fly 7.5 hours from New York, leave Liberia on a Thursday, come back on a Sunday or a Monday. We'll be impressed. But compared to the nyama that go on now, yeah, okay. So that's fine because that's what you guys know. That's all you guys know. You guys know people brought cake plane. And they were celebrating.
Who brought cake plane?
So we
Who
are
the people?
My government, they brought cake plane.
Oh yeah, but be passive and be exact. Don't put it behind people.
That thing what they did, that nonsense, that question, what they did, I will go support them bringing cake plane to Liberia. My man, I know Brazil. Embryo, the airplane there, 70, 80 million.
No, hold on 1 minute. You said John Mayer, we are here, Webb and Camilla brought cake plane to the country. Is that what you just said?
Cake plane, our complete nonsense, of course. Everybody
Who
know
ate the
that.
cake? Who ate the cake?
I was not there, and I condemn it at that time.
I heard that the same piece of cake.
I beg you, I hold your foot. Then my stomach will run.
The people that's gonna offer in Ghana, that the Ghanaian.
My man, the people they offers in Ghana, that song and that thing, they're not even bungalow set. Yeah. No, that was a joke. That was a complete joke. So
let me ask you what we started. Let me ask you. Citizens are saying, well, they didn't say Liberia Airline. They say Ethiopian Airline. What say you to that, Uncle Sam?
But they have a point, right? Okay. But let's just be very clear about this. Ethiopian Airways is not bringing the air. You listen to me? You listen to me?
Go ahead,
you listen to me?
Go ahead.
Okay. Ethiopian. Can you hear me now?
Yes, you are live.
Okay. Ethiopian Airways in plane because Joseph Boga became president. Ethiopian brought airplane because it's good business for them. A lot of us now, we travel. Liberians live all over the world. We travel on a regular basis. The last time I came Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, Emirates, 90% of all Liberians coming from Europe, coming from America, coming from all over the world. So there's a passenger traffic that they're responding to. But of course, Joseph Boga there, because he came under the administration, they have the right to make the noise. I see Eugene Fangon on his page there. He said the other people brought cake plane. But Eugene Fangon, you are the same one that are promoting the cake plane at that time there. But bottom line is, Stanton, I don't know whether this will be a direct flight that coming from America to come to Liberia or where it is. I have no idea. So you can please explain to me whether it's a direct flight that coming from Dallas, coming from Canada, coming from Newark to come to Monrovia, and whether we can fly on Ethiopian Airways to go to America or go to Europe. So if we get it, that's fine.
I'm sorry to say to you, right? For me, I'm not going to explain anything to you, Uncle Sam.
Why not?
You're aware. You're aware.
Nobody explain to Liberian people, not me.
You're aware. When y'all bringing cake play in the country, they ain't explaining to know y'all want to share the cake.
I was not part of them when they were bringing the cake.
You're part of it. You did a summit for that. So
I endorsed Georgia June of 2021. Before that, I was a pin in there. You know what? Okay, and everybody knows that.
I was saying this show shouldn't be about you today. We'll
no,
move
but I'm
on.
not saying, but you coming inside. You say I'm gonna come praise the plane. I said I can't.
No, I'm not saying that. No. I'm not telling you.
I'm not pressing no plane.
No. I'm not telling you to come praise plane. I will not do that. I'm not telling you to come and praise the plane. I never said that to you. Yeah. I am telling you that it will be in the best interest for everybody to rally together and say what was done today, at least it's good for the country. At least it's good for the country, Uncle Sam. What was done today, Brother, is good for the country. The plane came in, right? You interrupted me again.
No, but you asked me the question. Let me explain from my point of view. Everybody can tell me Stanton can always stop you from talking. That the whole and then not going anywhere.
You talk too much. Because you talk too much.
No, but you asked me question. Let me answer you the way this Sunni one boy know how to answer the question. Yes, compared to what my own government did to bring cake airplane, this is good. But from a perspective of somebody who lives in Liberia, where we have all the planes, when I used to go to New York, 7.5 hours, go to the UK, other places, I cannot be impressed because we can do much better. We are a bigger country with bigger brains, we can do better. So if this is what you guys want to clap about, I'm not going to join you to clap because this is nothing. This is nothing. Every country get planes coming in and out. All the West African countries get planes coming in and out. So what wrong with us?
Let me respond.
We got jigger in our brains, so we can do anything good. So we can celebrate because the Ethiopian people bringing their plane here so they can make money. They decreasing the price of the plane. Right now, it costs me $700-800 round trip to go to Accra. It will come down.
Yes.
It will come down.
Yes, it will. Let me respond to you.
Tell me.
Thank you.
Explain it to me.
Yeah, let me respond to you. You know that, but you just want me to explain.
No,
to you.
but don't tell me
If the speed, if the frequency of the flight from one city to another increases, it's a simple supply and demand. The price is going to decrease. Now, you made a comment, and it's not a celebration necessarily because we got plane coming to Liberia. It's where we are currently and where the country is going in terms of flights to the country. Yes, pre-war years, everybody understands Liberia was much more solid. You had the frequency of plane, the security, etc., etc. But over the last 10, 12 years, the flight going to Liberia have decreased. I'll give you an example. 2007, when I first went to Liberia, I paid almost $4,000 just for a ticket. At the time, Brussels Airways was not better going to the country. Now, over time, it's decreased. There are period where it went down to $2,200. You can get a flight for Ethiopian Airlines right now, round trip from here back to Liberia and come back for $1,100. That is a massive increasement because the frequency of flight going to Liberia. Now, nobody's suggesting that this is perfect, but I want you to contrast where we are and where we possibly could be with the frequency of Ethiopian Airlines flying to Liberia. Here's another thing. Ethiopia does have a straight flight from Africa directly to the U.S. It could be from Liberia straight to the U.S. But it would take time. My thing is we are building upon something. So our criticism is not against the previous administration. It's where we are and where we intend to go. And I think, Augustine, you can appreciate this. And you cannot deny that when plenty of things on the market, the price is going to go down. Can you deny that?
My man, I'm not going to celebrate it. It's
I'm not saying you don't celebrate it. No,
I
that's
will
not
never celebrate it. I will not celebrate it. My brain is too big. I have seen too many things for me to clap because Ethiopian people bringing plane to Liberia. I'm too big for that.
Uncle Sam, here's the problem. Uncle Sam, here's the problem.
I will never.
Uncle Sam,
I will never clap for that.
Uncle Sam, here's the problem.
Yeah.
Uncle Sam, not pause for a minute, right? We understand. For on this one, you will be shameless. We understand. Uncle Sam.
Now, you're the one that was here before. And I see it before. Now, you're the one that see it before.
Uncle Sam, I'm begging you. Uncle Sam, I'm begging you. Please wait. Let's do it small. Yeah. But you will do it small. You talk, let me talk, and Duadu talk.
Thank you.
I'm not clapping. Period.
I'm not asking you to clap. Uncle Sam. If you no. You can't just brush off the topic. You keep on the show. You are acknowledging the fact that this is a good thing. Now your fellow sedition call you screaming.
Compared to the other men. Go ahead now.
Your fellow sedition call you. You looking on your phone. Your fellow sedition call you, and now you changing your tune. It's okay. I don't want to see your phone. No. I don't want to see your phone. But for 6 years, you were celebrating cake plane. This is what you were celebrating. For 6 years.
Question on the floor. We need to answer that question because that's what seditions are asking. If you really allow me 1 minute.
No, Duadu, let me finish making this point.
Finish making your point.
For 6 years, you were celebrating this. We come here every day beating on this government for poor performances here and there.
Yeah.
We hold the government. Uncle Sam, man, before you leave this earth, be fair now. We're begging you. This is exactly what we're asking for. Some good news. Some good news, for God's sake. It didn't say Liberia Airline, correct. But at least it reduces the burden and stress on Liberians flying to 3 different countries before they can enter Liberia. People will leave from here and go Brussels, leave from here and go Ghana, spend extra money in Ghana, wait for the next flight just to get in Liberia. Go Togo, spend extra money, wait for the next flight just to get in Liberia. And here we are. You don't need to do that anymore. Not even for Ethiopian Airlines. You can get on the plane, they refuel in Ethiopia, they take you straight to Liberia. Hey, Uncle Sam, for the sake of the generation, the Tokban, the Tober, and the Dole, and the Chancellor, and the Madam Salim, you hang out with, Uncle Sam. Be fair to this generation. At least on this one, we say Kwakulapa. We're getting there some way, somehow. And you cannot deny the truth, Uncle Sam.
So I'm a fly.
Let me answer.
Wait.
Okay.
I'm a fly from Monrovia. Go 6.5 hours to Addis.
Yeah.
And then fly 14 hours to go to Dulles. Now what I'm a clap for?
No, that's not what I'm supposed to be a clap for. Everything begins somewhere.
No, but what if they're playing flying from Dulles or John F. Kennedy coming straight to
We
Monrovia?
don't know the details of them yet, but we know
But you tell me the details.
But listen, I always say, how you will not listen,
but you're not telling me nothing.
Okay, but you have to listen.
But you tell me.
Okay, we're telling you now.
Okay, listening.
Ethiopian Airlines. Listen on.
Okay.
Ethiopian Airlines flies to almost 200 destinations globally.
Oh.
That's a fact. Okay, and part of that global flight, there's a lot of locations in the U.S. Now, they don't necessarily have to go to Alice every single time. If you get a full flight out of Liberia and the frequency of flight increase out of Liberia, we could possibly have a straight flight from Liberia directly into New York or into Dulles or into Boston. Or into Atlanta, for example. But here's the most important question. A lot of CDs have been saying, how is this going to benefit everyday Liberians? And this is the question I want to address. Guys, when you ask that question, you don't understand the way the global economy works. Let me say this, for example. If we get a frequency of flight leaving New York into Liberia, we have approximately, Augustine can correct me on this, maybe close to 600 to 1 million Liberians in America. We are our children then, okay? So if that frequency, every time a Liberian flies to Liberia, that Liberian will spend on average $1,000 per week. I'm talking about the cheap people in Jeddah, us. Governor Clinton and they're spending $10,000 a week at different level they own. When you get to Liberia, it improves the hotel space. It improves the local markets. It has tourists coming to the country. Here's another thing it does. When you see Ethiopian Airlines flying to Liberia with regularity, all our flights will realize this is a safe location. They might want to also get to Liberia. It forces the price down. So now if you get 2 or 3 flights coming to Liberia, it's going to push the price down. Now for everyday Liberian, for example, instead of me spending almost $1,700 round trip ticket, now I'm spending $1,000. That's extra $700 in my pocket. We can dish out to family members. But it will improve the economy in so many different ways. That's why the trickle-down economics come into the fold. So it's not just something saying, oh, Ethiopian Airlines flying to Liberia. But it will encourage people who not stay a long time. They don't want to pay $2,000, $3,000 to fly to Liberia. $1,000 may seem like a reasonable price to be able to fly to Liberia. And this is what this does. But overall, it improves the economy massively. Uncle Sam knows this. Government knows this. And this is good for Liberia.
Let me respond, sir.
Respond.
Everything you guys are saying is a fairy tale, complete fairy tale. And let me explain why it's a fairy tale. Because number one, Liberia is not TSA approved for an American airline or any kind of airline to fly straight out of RIA to go hit dollars in New York. It can't. When Delta came here, they flew straight from New York to Monrovia. But in order for us to go back to New York, you got to go to Accra and fly from Accra to go to New York.
Small.
So that's the first thing. So wait, my man, just relax yourself. You get too excited.
Go ahead.
You get too excited. Okay. Me, I said compared to what the other government did, they brought cake plane. They did a good job. Ethiopian coming to Liberia, it has nothing to do with governance. It has nothing to do with things. It has to do with what they believe in the passenger load, the cargo, that they can make money. It's a purely economic decision.
Yes.
Okay? That's it.
Yeah, but
That's
what's
it.
wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
But do not overinflate, do not exaggerate, do not make the people to feel that this is some kind of major thing that happened. It ain't nothing major. For airplanes to come to our country where you're having party, it's too small-minded, and I will not be small-minded.
Well, Uncle Sam, let me fair here, Uncle Sam. Which one will you prefer? And I beg you, let me finish my question before you answer. And then we'll welcome our brother Clinton to the show. Uncle Sam, thousands of Liberians listen to you right now. Be fair. Which one? You prefer Ethiopian Airlines coming to the country direct flight, or you prefer a cake symbol plane that we never got? We never got the cake plane. Which one?
So let me say this. We speak my Liberian people the way I will speak to them. I have taken Ethiopian Airlines. Okay.
Which one you prefer as of today? They want that just go and eat a cake and nothing happen, or the people that say at least we're bringing you Ethiopian Airlines to have direct flight? Which one you think right now for this generation?
But Stanton, you explain it direct flight to the Liberian people before I even answer your.
Uncle Sam, so you don't want to answer, right?
You don't want to answer. You're not being fair to the Liberian people. You're not telling me the truth.
Uncle Sam, your cake plane, right, was eaten by President George Martin Weah, the First Lady, Dimas Kamea, our friend and brother, and all Eugene Fagona. They ate that cake plane. They ate it. They ate a cake plane right there. They took the one with the star on it and put it in aluminum foil and gave it to Joe Weah. He took it home. He took it home as souvenir. Uncle Sam,
it's a big deal.
But this is what we are talking about. At least for the sake of God, you have additional flight coming to the country.
That's it.
You cannot answer the question. You cannot answer the question because you know why?
I didn't answer the question.
No, you cannot. Because you know what, Uncle Sam? Your government lied to you. Your government failed you. Your government disappointed you. They left the airport in the worst stage, all right? And they brought in a cake plane, and you took the president under the banner of a president to go celebrate cake plane, like a juvenile children plane buyer. And today, this president went there to celebrate what? An additional airline coming to the country. Amen, Uncle Sam. For the sake of being 72 years old, let's be serious here. No disrespect to my uncle.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, Clinton, and welcome back to.
I am not celebrating. I'm not celebrating.
It's an acknowledgement. It's an acknowledgement, not a celebration.
Look,
I will not.
Uncle Sam,
I'm not going to do that. Yeah.
Uncle Sam, I think the you see the thing Dwalu and Stanton, what they do is they undercut whatever good news about the plane today. They're undercutting it with the CDC comparison. It is a good thing. However small the game
Let me
is.
hold you right there.
Leave it. It's a
Let me hold you right there.
No. You see,
and you're a rational guy. Unless your Uncle Sam that cannot abate, you are not saying something. So proceed, sir. Go ahead.
It is a good thing to have an additional airline come to Liberia.
Period. Period.
It is going to ease some of the the chance with the frequency of the flight, like supply and demand. The more flights you have coming out of the country, prices are going to drop. I agree with all of that, but you undercut all of that when you try to politicize it and try to draw the CDC comparison, because in one situation the CDC was trying, what the CDC was trying to do, it was a complete flop. It was a complete flop. Let's admit it was a complete disaster. But in one situation, what the CDC was trying to do was to bring in a national carrier. Ethiopian Airlines is not a national carrier, so you can't draw that comparison. Second thing you also have to admit is Ethiopian Airlines left Liberia in 2011 under the UP. It's when they left. So you're only bringing the airline back after they left, for whatever reason, left under your administration, right?
There you go.
So let's just celebrate the good news that we are getting this airline back. We are going to have additional travel on the Liberia, and just leave it at that, and just leave the whole CDC thing, because when you bring the CDC thing inside, then you spoil the whole thing.
But my dear brother Clinton, let me be serious here. For 6 years, you couldn't bring the Ethiopian airline back to the country.
No.
You don't want you brought it back. So I don't think that's a big deal. They left under you. They didn't leave on a CDC. They left on you. On your government is when they left.
So let me ask you.
First, we have to investigate why they left under your regime first.
So why you didn't bring it back immediately after they left?
So let me ask you a question, my brother Clinton. We'll welcome our sister, Dr. Richie, on the show. I will ask you a question, Clinton.
Right.
How many airlines you guys brought back into the country?
Yeah,
6 years.
And
how many airlines left? 6 years.
Wait. So don't limit the progress of a government to just airlines.
No. You can't do this now. No. Clinton, my brother Clinton, I know you're not a CDC lawyer yet, and I will not say that. The people can say that, but not me.
You're not a CDC lawyer.
I'm asking you a straight up question, right?
No.
Hold on, bro.
I will answer. As far as my recollection, CDC.
No, I know you will be under Uncle Sam and reject CDC at this time because they are not in power. It's okay. That's fine. But I'm asking you a question. How many airlines was brought into the country by the past government?
As far as my recollection, I don't know of any airlines.
Thank you. Let's welcome Dr. Richard on the show.
How you doing, man?
I'm okay.
Dr. Richard, it's good to see you.
How your WhatsApp business? Okay,
it's okay. Don't be distracted by the question.
No, I don't ask my sister, my doctor, our queen. I gotta ask her.
Don't be distracted. Dr. Richard, let's go to you on the airline thing. What's your own take, for the Ethiopian airline? Now, let me say this as a matter of fact. We went to Liberia. Dr. Richardson luggage history on husband went missing, and up to now they never found them. And those are some of the things that we are talking about. We went to Newark Airport. We should have gone through Brussels. They sent us to France. We went to France. They were all messed up situation. But at last we got to Liberia. I missed two of my luggages. Dr. Richardson missed two of her luggages and her husband as well. And just to find out that they brought mine, after we were on our way back to America, they brought mine. And Dr. Richardson, up to now, everything she put in there went missing. And the only thing Joey told us about, go down Wallonside and buy yourself some clothes. That the only thing, well, everybody say that. Joanne said, but you can go down one side and buy clothes. All the woman stuff she bought from America went MIA. The only thing he offered the woman and said, I will offer to take you back, right? It was this plane. And Dr. Richardson said, no, it was a cake plane. He offered the woman the cake plane to take her back to America. Let's say you, Dr. Richardson, is this a good news for the country and those that are traveling?
You know, I'm actually going to say that it is a good news for Liberia. Like for someone like me who's always in Liberia, I have traveled by Ethiopian Airline, and it takes less time to go to Liberia by Ethiopian Airlines. So I'm happy to hear the news. I'm happy that we have another airline coming into the country. You know, I know Josh, yeah, did tell me that I should go to Waterside, but he didn't offer me no cake plane, yeah. So let me just make it clear to the people that he did offer me to go buy new clothes to Waterside to go to this bicentennial program. But you know, that offer was not something that I had in plan. So yes, I am happy. I'm truly happy that Ethiopian Airline is a good airline. I don't want to to give their commercial or anything, but it's a good airline. My husband and I often enjoy riding them. They respect Africans. They don't take us through, Europe and put us in an isolated place, where all the Africans are. It's a newer plane from the one that I traveled to. So the route that I used to go by, you used to stop in Togo and then just go straight on, I think, Ghana into Liberia, and you'll be in Liberia in about the same day, actually. But now, this time around, I think I have a route with them, but I think they're stopping by way of Ivory Coast, is what I understand. So, yes, I'm happy that there is another airline that is traveling to Liberia.
So they're stopping in Abidjan first.
Yeah.
So that's a red flag with my people.
No,
it's 40 minutes away.
Yeah. That is
look, this is a good thing. We're not going to say this is not a good thing. It is a good thing. It's
a good thing, but it is not a great thing.
Of course.
It's not a great thing.
It's not.
You said it's a great thing. It
is one thing if we're going to have Liberia Airlines. It's another thing to just have another airline.
But I can understand where Uncle Sam is coming from. So when like Uncle Sam came from Liberia to the United States, or when I came to Liberia, United States, was a direct flight. We left Liberia at night, and about maybe 10, 11 hours later, you're at JFK.
7.5, 8 hours.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yes, I miscalculated because obviously I was.
But actually, if you want to bring that conversation up, right, that's what you're saying. If you want to bring that conversation on, like, okay, we left Liberia, we took 10-hour flight to come to. Who messed it up? Uncle Sam messed it up for us.
Okay, I take myself out of that other conversation.
So no, let's be serious.
No, I'm just saying, it's the place where Liberia was before.
Yeah, but yes. So that people that misconstrue what's being said. This is not a celebration of the flight coming to Liberia. It's an acknowledgement of the step in the right direction. Understand the distinction. It's not a celebration. We're not celebrating flight being to Liberia before, but it's a step in the right direction. That's the point.
Yes.
That's it.
All right. So can we have
to celebrate the little progresses. I agree. We have to. We have to. Don't just draw the CDC comparison. Then you spot.
Why is CDC comparison that they both based on?
So I would say this. You know why? Because of politics, right? Everybody would say their own. But let's be frank. This is a good thing. Mm-hmm. All right. Uncle Sam realized that Uncle Sam know very well this is a good thing. Of course. Right? Uncle Sam realized that he traveled all the time, and you'll be traveling on this flight. Say what you want to say. It's a beautiful thing. We're going to acknowledge this today. If you don't want it now, when the government mess up, we'll say it. Yeah. But our brother and the entire team, Steven Johnson, the managing director, and all of them, the transport minister, and everybody, I think they are getting there. Small.
What did they do specifically to Tell me what it did. What did they do specifically?
You must not know this organization to bring the flight to Liberia.
This is why.
Tell us what did they do to bring the plane?
Yes, I will tell you. What they did to bring the plane, and let me tell you, Uncle Sam, they did what your government didn't do. Okay? They did what your government didn't do.
Let's start with why the plane
No,
left.
wait, but hey, how many people question me?
Why the plane left in the first place?
How many people question me? How many people question me? How many of you guys won't question me? They did what your government didn't do, right? And every Liberian should celebrate because you're not celebrating because you say Liberian Airline. You are celebrating because they will decrease the headache and frustration, and the competition will come, and you will be having the option as to whether you want to go with Brussels Airline, Ethiopian Airline, ASCA, and all this little airline. And I tell you what, though, the fees will decrease also. Now it will be up to you. This is good. I'm surprised. An economist from LSE, right? The man had no money. He come on the show and said because of politics.
You're going to bring British Airways back. Let's start. That's the beginning. We agree.
All right.
Your brother, I want to say. So no, they asked people what did they do to bring the airline. They took leadership to bring the
hospital.
They took organization. What hospital? The Arab, what be the hospital?
So you get your thing one thing.
Yeah, you the hospital. The Johnson have the hospital. Who be that? You be?
Also, you see, they got it. Yeah, look. When you talk about certain things, UP, you see, they're quick to make the decision between Ellen UP and Braga UP. If it's bad, they'll say like Ellen UP. If it's good, they're like.
So again, folks, I want you guys to share the show. We're finished with the plane thing, right? We're gonna take 10 calls while we get ourselves adjusted. If you like the plane issue, right? That at least additional carrier, additional airline is on this thing to make things easy. Don't listen to Uncle Sam though. I'm talking to you. Every one of you are out there, right? I'm talking to you, right? If you want to text, you got our live feed, go ahead and text and let us know. Those of you that are out there right now on this plane issue, I will put the plane up again. We'll take 10 calls. Just let us know whether you like it, Jago like it, let us know. Now, don't judge man we have time. This is why the president left for us. Cake. Don't judge we have time. That cake. Okay? Today, 1 year into Joseph Braga government, Ethiopian Airlines said we're coming back. And this is why they are saying we will go to Liberia, we will test that place. And when we test that place, we'll take passenger, we'll carry them, we'll bring passenger. And we'll run the competition with Brussels Airlines and all other airlines. We'll commit to work in Liberia. There you have it. There you have it, folks. Now, I will put this on. Listen to us now. Let's take a chair. Small. Look at both of them. I put them side to side. Joe Manawia, Cake Plane, and the Ethiopian Airline. What say you, my people? You're going to decide. As a matter of fact, we'll take 15 calls. Because we cannot have it evenly. Somebody will break the tie. Whatever you want to say your own. It's up to you. To my fellow Liberians, those of you that follow us, I want you to text. I want you to comment, and we'll read those comments, right? But this is it.
Just one information.
No.
You asked the question, how many flights? I was just
no. We passed that now. No. We passed that. I know they're sending you the information. We finished passing that. The train left expression. Yeah. The train and the Air France left on a Georgia too. They came and they
left on UP too now. So where did they?
All right, so let's go ahead now. Ladies and gentlemen, the phone line open. Chokon, come back on, Chokon, please. Come on, Chokon. Let's open the phone line. Let's take some calls. Again, we want to hear from you, my fellow Liberian. This is about you, what you make about this. I'm going to take 10 straight calls from Liberia, and we'll take the last 5 from our international line. Chokon, open the line. You get Joia plane, and you get the Ethiopian Airline. Which one of them doing services for you? Is a cake plane, or is a real plane that is landing on the airport today? Great job, by the way. Great job. Go ahead. Chokon, take some calls, please. Chokon, can you come on?
Yeah, good evening. I'm
Let's hear you. Welcome.
Look, the three issues discussing, even Judge Manager Sam, I believe there was nothing but he talked for often and PCPA. But we have 1 year. What Bagacha has a treaty
I'm not gonna say that, man. Please find somebody else, Tricon. We're not hearing the man.
Welcome.
My name is Peter calling. I call from here.
Go ahead, Peter.
I call it doing Joey Regime. He was being watching you and something was also what you see there saying that the horse will eat, the horse will eat. So I call it this and also I call it and for what they are discussing now, that what will eat.
Okay, thank you. Hello, good evening.
2 against. I'm arguing 2 against.
Hello, good evening. Welcome.
That man is traveling, yeah. So you know I'm a traveling. Go ahead.
Hello, good evening. Welcome.
Yeah, hello.
Let's hear you. Welcome.
I'm very happy. I'm happy according to District 18. I'm always 40. We don't want to pay by with dirty water for our puppy. Thank you. Nothing I see this will like about the government. Just try and go fire with this country. Just really listen to the sedition. We flat for another general in this country. I'm happy.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, I'm sorry I'm calling from Panama.
Quickly.
Yeah, my brother, a 2-star. I can be here today comparing plain business for Liberia. 1847, we got our independence. It's still Ethiopia. And the people are coming here, your body way. People are sleeping sometimes, they don't have food to eat. Yeah, imagine the low connectivity, everything is damaged. The transport business, everything, no take. Send the Ome came in the Republic of Liberia. We now understand nothing. President John Manuel, where it was 100% more than Ome. It's shame we can be getting sort of thing.
Thank you so much. Hello, good evening.
My name is Nyenwe Abraham Tama from Johnsonville, District 2. And we should all be happy to hear that we have an airline that has opened up to come back to our country. This is what we call leadership. This is something that we should all be happy for, because this government has started to rebuild diplomatic relations. We are rebuilding diplomatic that we have lost just in 6 years' time. So to see that airlines that this impact come to Liberia have now re-agreed because they see serious leadership and they see leadership that they can talk. That's a
Thank you.
So we are happy.
Thank you.
All right, let them re-agree.
We got 5 more calls to go. Go ahead.
Good evening. Let's hear you.
Yeah, good evening. My name is Martin Singwetoba and I join you from Kingsville this evening.
Go ahead, Monty.
Okay, thank you. Firstly, let me appreciate this government for being very much diplomatic and opening another bilateral tie with Ethiopia and making sure that the airlines from Ethiopia can come back once again to our country. If one of those who don't love this country will say that it is not something of very good essence. I think what the government has started with the additional flights, I think it will bring some level.
Oh, sorry. We have to go to this other line. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, I just want to tell the government thank you, but you know what can really help me? But the Google thing what the government doing, sometimes they can talk about it, but because they play in their field, they from American straight. All the Google thing the government when they can talk, they say they talk all about things. But when government do wrong, or you're saying when government do good, you must say it too. That's not the thing, but you can say the good. What did they get it to?
But I was saying it now.
That's what they're doing.
Okay, so she said that good thing. Let's go ahead, Choco. Now 4-3. She said that good thing.
Thank you. We'll take this other person here. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
You're live. Welcome. Let's hear you.
My name is D. War. Oh, yes. I'm enjoying the play. They kept playing here. They knew about no hospital, no road, no nothing. But they appreciate it. I kept playing. But me, I appreciate the play because I know One day I will ride a plane. Thank you, Stanton. I tell the station, thank you.
Thank you. Hello, good evening. Welcome. Let's hear you. This person.
Hello.
Hello, you are live.
Thank you. So good for now. In Baji Faji.
Mm-hmm.
So let me just comment my prayer, but I want let me just say Jazzy. Okay, don't worry yourself. Nobody need your favor in the government. You're not relevant to say you coming to Sunday about the government. We're not even expecting for you to talk good about the government because you want the person you controversial. You
All right,
making
let's go ahead. You say hello. Let's go ahead. Listen.
you like it, you crap. You not crap business. You don't get time for it. That even at the
Choco, let's go ahead.
We know y'all go to the next
Choco,
caller,
let's
man.
go ahead, man. You gotta be fast.
Okay, let me take this person. Hello, good evening.
Thank you for Uncle Sam.
Let's hear you. Welcome.
Okay, I'm Mr. Peter Eva. I'm calling from a single bell. To be fair enough, I won't speak of person we are first. Person we are as an excellency, and for me, I'm an ex-security. They fill me on the land of control, command and control. And that command and control get every country, every human is treated. The international community, every country travel around the world, either is in command and control. They fill me in that security aspect, so I want to give him. But Omer Burger, I look at it like he went on the path of my own way of understanding security matter. Number one, all the pastors in town that have all the pastors around the community, real community, all in our little area, the pastors all in a share as we speak. Most of the gang dealers are leaving the street. Even though it's happening, but it's once in a while. And when you fall in your trouble, you fall in the gap of the security. They will apprehend you accordingly. So we are person, we are my own brother and friend I love. He had a guy like a friend.
Choco, that 30 seconds, let go. You gotta pick him, my man. That 30 seconds.
The many email address a big
Just for your radio.
Everyone calling.
Go ahead.
Your duty for calling to be better.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next caller.
Good evening, my brother.
Good evening. Let's hear you quickly.
Clarence K. Mambo calling from Ghana, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Look, God never gave the old man long life for nothing. There's much will be coming. And thank God for Spoon family. You know, when good thing happening, we should say, and what happened? It will, I guess, my brother was saying, the economic growth in the country. Even if more passengers coming and it will be competition, the plane fare will drop. That alone will make more dollars will be coming here. And let me close with this. I'm not calling you, but some people in the country, if God can call them in heaven, Liberia will never be in peace. One of them are more. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. Hello. Good evening. Go ahead quickly.
Yeah, talking about coming from I don't know where. What I want to do is come up with sleepers or basically I want no food, no tea, the country gas, no guru. When I talk about people that be lively, that's why they hear it. Somebody the common people, the benefit, what the people benefit. How many people I get happy?
All right, thank you.
So how many calls you got so far?
I will say this to you. Thank you very much, Choco. Choco, can you check and upload what I sent you? I will say this to you real quick. Those that are in favor of and celebrating this plane, they are in the majority. And you know, this is, we used to say that during the election time, right? The country is split. The country is split. And then which way you open the phone line, you will know that the country is split. You have some people for and some people against. Now, this is what makes this so important for us to only address the issue that is of a concern, the good and the bad in the government. We cannot sugarcoat, we cannot hide it because the people are seeing it. Everywhere you go, the people are seeing it. The players in the country. So let's end on this one and now we'll move. Everybody 30 seconds real quick. Why do you go first?
Yeah, look, those, especially the people who oppose this plane coming to Liberia, I see your point because they're talking about the direct bread and butter issue. I know they cannot connect how the plane actually benefits them when it comes to direct bread and butter issue. This is something the government information arm has to do. Let me tell you guys, your bread and butter issue is actually connected to a plane coming to Liberia. I get it. Honorable Bucket has to do more. It has to be aggressive. If you know what I see on this airline, I mean on this airway every single day, it's about private sector development so people can go to work. This is what I believe the government should push heavily. But I hear your concerns and it's legitimate. I cannot argue against it. For those of you who oppose this plane, Dr. Francine.
Yeah, I reiterate that the plane coming to Liberia is a great idea, and I believe that it is related to bread and butter issues. When a plane comes to a country, Liberians are hired one way or the other. When a plane comes to a country, it exposes our country to investors coming to the country. Believe it or not, it will allow some people who want to do business, whether they are of Liberian descent or if they were born in Liberia, maybe they left Liberia at a different age, they will allow us to be able to I think comfortably, I won't say freely travel, but comfortably travel to Liberia. So to some extent, yes, it may not be the bread and butter issue of all Liberians, but some Liberians will benefit. And my hope is that more planes will come to our country and there'll be more opening of our country, better airline, better airport. So at least that we can begin to put our country back on the map. Yes, there were planes that used to come to our country that would travel in 7-8 hours and you're being to be at JFK or another European city. But we know what happened. We know we had a war in our country. We had some destabilization in our country. So many factors led to our country being where it is right now. So until we as Liberians start to put us first, put our country first, then we'll begin to move forward and make some significant progress that we need to be doing. But it is a progress. It's like Dwala said earlier, it's a step in the right direction. Thank you.
Clinton, go ahead, your 30 seconds.
Well, I think it's a step in the right direction. My thing is we cloud everything and undercut the progress that the government make when we try to politicize it. Like I said before, this airline left Liberia in 2011, under the UP administration. We also had Air France left Liberia in 2011 under the UP, were brought back to Liberia in 2020 under the WEAS administration. So, governments will make some progress. They will lag here and there, but overall, this is a step in the right direction. And we can only hope that the conditions that led to them departing in Liberia in the first place will not have those same conditions arise, and and those airlines will stay in Liberia. We'll have more airlines come to Liberia. Congratulations to the Brock administration, my dear brother Stephen Johnson, for the great work they are doing at the airport over there. So that's good.
And just to add, Steven Jones is not the managing director; he's a deputy, so it's the entire team. The manager.
I know, but I can commend my friend.
I don't want to create hard feelings. That Steven himself will say, "Listen, guys, it's a teamwork. Everything we do here through RIA is teamwork," and want to acknowledge all of them. I got to be careful with sedition when they try to do this thing. Duado, it means that they're trying to throw confusion in the camp. All right. So let me bring in Colonel Gray. Colonel Gray.
Gentlemen, sometimes I'm glad to be on today, man. Thanks to you and thanks to the.
By the way, the check went through, Colonel Gray. We sent it back to that contribution for the rest. We sent it back, and I just got to let you know.
All right, so yeah, I'll take it from here. Yeah, but last time I flew Ethiopian Airlines. I, boarded the flight from Georgia. Matter of fact, I left from my home state of Minnesota. It was probably a 20-hour ride. Flight, because I had to go all the way to Ethiopia, probably somewhere in Rome or somewhere. I'm not sure, but this also shows that our security is getting much more bring their airline or their flight to your country, it demonstrates some level of security. When they pull out, that's of course some level of insecurity. So this is a good thing to celebrate. Matter of fact, those who are asking what they pull, man, I can take a pair of sneakers from here and fly to Liberia the same day and find my way out. It's better to do so now. For somebody who is in need, somebody who is in need of medication, I can jump on the plane and bring some Tylenol quick and come back. Look, when you don't have competition, people jack the price up. As far as Morocco is, we used to go fly all the way to Morocco, and then they keep you at the airport. If you get American passports, some people they winch them from among us. They go keep them somewhere in a hotel. You don't have any American passport. You look like a sorrowful individual. But this is something to celebrate. And I will ask you why it didn't happen a few years ago, a few months ago. This is just what, 10, 11 months? And flights are beginning to feel confident to come back to Liberia. How can we not celebrate that, man?
All right, Colin, great. 10 seconds. Thank you very much, my friend. And I believe you are saying we should celebrate Ethiopian Airlines coming back, correct?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. Thank you. All right. Uncle Sam Jackson, the Papa Jackson, talk to us, my friend. Your 30 seconds.
So,
We'll close on this one.
My Liberian people, let me just be very, very frank with you. There is nothing that Stephen Johnson or anybody at that thing that did to bring Ethiopian Airways back. They cannot show me a documentation where they show passenger miles, cargo thing, and where they presented a project document to Ethiopian Airways and begged them to come back. No, Ethiopian Airways made that decision as a business decision on their own. Airplanes come and airplanes go. Airline time, Delta came here, Delta left. Jovia time or Air France came here. It doesn't matter anything. No, don't let anybody tell you say that because I improve security. That is I don't know what kind of lie that is. Here is the issue, my people. We can do better. We are a lot better than to be clapping for little things that it is so simple that anybody can do. For a plane to come and land in the country, because they see that is business to do, people will fly. That's what it is there to make money. It's not there to make a political point. Okay? It is not. And the day that they get enough sense in this country here to do a simple business plan, to bring a $49 million embryo 175 from Brazil that take 88 passengers. We don't have enough brains to do that, to bring a $50 million plane to fly from Monrovia, to go to Freetown, to go to Conakry, to go to Accra, to go to Lomé. Something is wrong with us. That's the reason why you said we spoiled during 1980. But you had 23 years after the war. 23 years, you bring your best and your brightest to do the things that other people were able to do 40 years ago. What's stopping y'all? What's stopping y'all in 23 years? So they took your brains away from you too? They kill your brains? Come on, y'all stop the kind of thing that you're doing, man. Liberia is too big for this. We got bigger brains in this country that can do bigger things. That can
Thank you, Sam. We have to go. We got a great show today. We want to say, please, guys, because of the change of weather, we like to come and give you the best and go in peace. Please, please, please. We need your comment. We need you to share the show. We'll be here again for the next few hours. Again, we have to go. And welcome to the show. If you're just joining us, please share our show. We'll be with you for the next few hours. And let's talk Liberia. We'll welcome our brother who just received his haircut not too long. Isaac Do. Welcome to the show, Isaac.
Yeah, thank you. So if you want me to chip into what's been discussed, I'm not
the airline we're leaving. Just
Right.
30 seconds real quick.
Yeah, well, it said that people are celebrating that there is new route, or they are celebrating that the government brought airline. What is the celebration about? There has been a lot of traffic from Liberia to Rwanda because a lot of Liberians have been going to school to Rwanda. A lot of traffic have been there. Ethiopia passes, through Rwanda and goes to Ethiopia from Ghana, and so they made a business decision to come to Liberia. What is the celebration about? Who's celebrating what for what? the Ethiopian Airline coming to make more money for Liberia because of the route, because of the traffic. So somebody say they don't want, bro. Who was that? Are we on serious now? I thought it was supposed to be serious people. Who's celebrating actually? The government or
We are
somebody?
at a cake plane celebrating, as you can see.
Well, it is not. This was an ambitious plan to ensure Liberia has its own plane. So this was a symbolic or showing of that, and that's people can criticize it. That's okay. But let's stick to the Ethiopian. Who is celebrating what? The government said they brought plane to do what?
Your 10 second almost done, bro.
Right, and you brought something. I'm not asking who's celebrating what. They
We
go
don't
for
know.
what?
We don't know. Just make your point. We don't know who's celebrating.
Right. So I mean, we should be serious people now. We should. I thought we were serious country, man. Ethiopian Airline is extending its business route to make more money. They are coming because a lot of traffic. So somebody clapping, oh yeah, Ethiopia for what? What is the?
All right. So thank you very much,
Let's
Acido. Thank you very much, my brother Acido. Let's wrap this thing up because when Acido appeared on the show to pretend that he's not seeing, he's not hearing, he was the first person who went into our chat room. We don't put our chat room business out, but he was the first person that posted everything in the chat room. So if he come on the show and saying about what people are, Uncle Sam, you want to adjust your camera, sir? What people are celebrating for them, well, it is why it is. It's only good for us to remind him. We are celebrating a new day in life.
I posted it to mock certain people,
But let me finish now. But let me finish. You're 30 seconds
so
done.
crazy.
Okay.
That really say I can't even believe that people clapping for a plane.
So I say let's do it other than that. We're begging you. So that's the reason why. Now, the point of people jumping on the street and happy, like ring, pata, come down. No. It's just an embarrassment, 6 years. And I hate to do this, folks. I want everybody that listens to us just to realize something. 6 years. The only thing the former president offered was cake plan. 6 years.
Standard information is wrong. We just told you.
But we already make the law that do not interrupt your federal penalties. I know this is a mojo of seditions. So let me remind everybody again, 6 years.
Look, Stanton, let's go discuss important issues, man.
You see,
let's go
guys.
discuss important issues, man.
Now we are professional people. You're the second vice president of the Bank of America. When you guys in meeting, you cannot interrupt. So basically, do not interrupt our show. You understand that. So let's just not interrupt the show. Let me say my own. You spoke. Let me speak to now, and then we will move on. I mean, can we just do that? But I will remind you guys though. When the leader of the country, he informed the Liberian people, Dualu, and said we are bringing plane to the country. Sierra Leone, get Sierra Leone Airline, they get a plane. The only plane Joe we have brought to the country was a private jet that he lied and said his friend from Ivory Coast or Burkina Faso gave him to use for free. And he used that private jet for 6 years. And he allowed the Liberian people to pay. The only thing for himself, he got, I said, will not allow you to interrupt the show.
Does Braga fly?
Again, will not allow you guys to interrupt the show. They will let it talk, you'll come back. Because I just got only 30 seconds. Everything should be about Jowia. For Jowia's second grade, he brought in a private jet. For the Liberian people, this is what he gave us. So you guys decide. For Jowia, he got private jet. For the Liberian people, he gave a piece of cake. I mean, does that make sense to anybody? Hey man, I believe the second vice president of the Bank of America, I believe the second vice president of the Bank of America know better.
Yeah, you win.
That's good. For the Liberian people, the man said, I'll get your cake to eat, but for me, private jet. So today, I will say what though? It's a good news. Our brother Stephen Johnson is at the airport.
Steve-O!
He taking picture. Ethiopian Airlines landed. A great day in the country. Additional carrier. Joseph Boaga addressed it. He spoke openly, as you can see. A good day in the country. The team gathered for the photo celebrating the inaugural flight to Monrovia, Liberia. A good day in the country.
Can we send you the picture of the posters to put up?
Shall we say more? This is Sierra Leone Airline, but on Georgia, we have.
Stand on, you have 30 seconds now. 30 seconds, you won.
I'm the moderator. I'm the moderator. I know it hurt you, y'all. I'm the moderator. I know it hurt you, y'all. So I will do it. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on, okay? Because this edition know that we gotta rub it in the faces. We gotta rub it in their faces because
this is on seriousness.
But I said, do not interrupt our show, my man. We know you are confucianist. Don't do this on the show. We know that. We gotta rub it all in their faces, rub it in the eyeball, in the nose. That's what we gotta do. So, ladies and gentlemen,
it's not even correct. So, like, all right.
Okay, so let's move on. I want to say thank you for joining Spoon Share the Show. Let's talk. Another thing on our conversation today. It's the president's birthday. We welcome you, Sister Fatima. Another thing on the show is the president's birthday. Today, Joseph Yuma Boka 80 years old, 80. The Bible said 3 schools and 10. For today, it's 4 schools. 10, not 10, but 4, which is 80. You know, we wish the president happy birthday. We said all of that yesterday. But the celebration to the birthday have risen a lot of questions, the concern. The way in which they have asked lawmakers to pay $250 for a seat or $500 if you want to get closer. It's in the Senate chat room. They have invited the senator and say, if you come here, you have to pay. They put up this, the invitation, as you can see. And for ticket, call 231-772-101667. You call for ticket and you have to pay. Additional information for the gala celebration. There are 2 categories of table, US $250 or US $500. I want us to talk whether this was necessary. Now, senators were playing fun after they received this in the chat room. Mumbo Cyrus put this in the chat room, and Senator Mumbo Cyrus from Lofa County, he was begging all the other senators said, let's contribute. And they were playing fun. They said they were going to Yomli Kanga place to eat plenty chips for free. That's what they say in the chat room. It's in the chat room. And Yomli said, no. I'm not giving no free plenty chips. They were texting each other. I mean, they hear me. But as you can see, though, the president's celebrating his 80th birthday. But they are charging not the poor people, not the middle class, but the upper class, $250 to $500 US. I'm going to start the show with my brother Duarte.
Yeah. Senator, thank you very much. Look, we will continue to wish the president happy birthday. 80th birthday is a big deal. And I want people to listen to the president's speech today at the airport. The planes coming to Liberia, it's not just about the plane. It's about redefinition and redirection of this country to bring some hope. Listen to the speech. But I will speak to this raising of the money, $250 and $500. If this is for a charity organization, I see nothing wrong with this. And I think the president should do this more. However, I don't want us to, because Dwalu did not show up, to assume that I do not support the charity. Sometimes we confuse that in Liberia, but if this is for a good charity, like for instance, the orphan children of Liberia to elevate proper public schools in Vonjima or in Riverset or somewhere in Saniquili, I'm all for it. And these senators is an opportunity to give back to the country. If I'm in the country, I would definitely want to go. I would buy the ticket. If I would buy the $500 I own and go sit there, if it's going towards a charity that will uplift the country, I see nothing much wrong with this. Dr. Francine.
But Dwala, I share your view, except that I want the charities to be identified and recognized and spoken about. They should be also, talked about at the Minister of Information briefing that they usually give, or even the mansion's briefing that is given. But just sending out a blank invitation and saying if tickets are needed, call is not enough for me. again, I want to say happy birthday because maybe I was, busy yesterday. I didn't get a chance to say that. Happy birthday to the president. But nevertheless, I'm not actually in favor of these huge birthday parties at this moment in our country. I think I spoke about this yesterday. I think that something little, calling friends and family, this is an important time actually to reflect upon your friends, your family, and people that are close to you. But having a big celebration when we know our country is in, to me, a constitutional crisis that is going on right now. That's what we're in crisis right now. It's concerning to me. I don't, and yes, I don't want to stop, the celebration of birth. But on the other hand, I mean, President Buckeye is not just President Buckeye. He's the leader of our country. He's well known. He's a mentor. People is expected to follow what he does. So you cannot have penny priorities, serious penny priorities in your life, and you're talking about celebration at a large scale. I don't know. Those two things do not mix together. Priority comes first. The country comes first. Yes, he can celebrate his life with his family, his children, his good friends. In fact, that's even better. Okay. Then when we start to move and try to improve the status of our country, yes, we can celebrate all we want because at least he can say, this is my legacy. Look where I brought Liberia from. That could be even part of his celebration. But at this point, I cannot see our healthcare, our education system, our infrastructure on the decline, and then I'll be having a big birthday party. It doesn't work for me that way. I believe that's why I'm successful in what I do, because I never took my education and left that alone and party, or left other things alone and party at the same time. My education was priority. I wanted to be successful, and that's why I put those things first. And then the parties, I can party. I got time to party now. I'm partying now. So that's what I wanted to add. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Richardson. Clinton.
Look, we said this yesterday, and Dr. Richardson is well on point that in this time, with all the economic situations we have in our country, the president should have done something on a smaller scale. It doesn't look good. That thousands of Liberians are going through the toughest economic times, and we have this president throwing elaborate birthday party. What I would have loved to see is the president, spending the day going to charities and actually, giving to the poor people, and that would have been a birthday well spent. And also, there's this question of the foundation. I don't know what the foundation is about. I don't know where the proceeds of the money that you're raising is going to go to. But those are questions that you have to ask when people are in. Especially if this is tied to the president, and people are using the proximity to the president to sell this. It raises a lot of questions. This could be a core of conduct issue. There could be conflict issue. There could be issue of using the president's proximity to raise money and things. So we just have to be careful here. Like I said, look, this is about Liberia, and we love Liberia. We want to see the best for Liberia. As much as a lot of people want to believe that because of our political affiliations, we don't want to see this government succeed. We do. We just want to see the right things done. And in this case, like we said yesterday, even with the death of a prominent statesman, I think they needed to cut back on this whole festivity.
Clinton, thank you very much. I'll bring Uncle Sam on this one. Uncle Sam, this thing about, let me put it up again, folks asking for us to put it up, Uncle Sam. This thing about the program, indeed, we wish the president happy birthday. 80 years is not a joke. But again, they are saying pay $250 or $500, and, because of the different categories per table. I mean, Uncle Sam, what say you?
So look, Stanton, 80 years is a big deal. And if I'm 80 years old, if I have money, I would spend 25% of it just having a whole month party. But that's me, right? And Joe Buckeye deserves to have a very big birthday party, from Masonga to Monrovia to vice president. He's done a great job. The problem that continues to haunt the Unity Party government is the messaging. You can have the president have a birthday, and you can have him create a fund for a charity, but they don't have the good sense to design it in a way that will make the public to understand that the money that is being raised is for a specific purpose. But the way you put it, that representative pay 250, senator pay 250, other pay 300. It's not structured with any kind of degree of civility for people to identify with it. That's the mistake they make. 285 machines, all the team, Necotech, that's the whole problem. It's messaging. Someone needs to sit down with them and say, look, when you're president of a country and you're having an idiot birthday party, it is a big deal. And if you want to raise funds as a charity, you need to capture in the language for the people to be very clear what that charity is going to be doing and what exactly we're doing with that money. But the way they're doing it, it looks like a hustle. That's what it looks to me. And I'm speaking with my New York City housing project sense. That's why I'm looking at it. It looks like a hustle. The way the structure is, it looks like a complete hustle.
Thank you, Uncle Sam. Thank you. Let me bring in Colonel Gray. Ed.
You know, Senator, I'm sure if President Barker was not president, would celebrate age 80. Most of us may not even, get closer to that 80. And it's a big deal, as Uncle Sam has said. Look, in this country, the leading democracy probably of the world, you attend one party to sit by Nancy Pelosi. That dinner, $25,000 for one plate. That's politics. Nobody's been tied or dragged to go there. And if the president wants to use that occasion to raise funds for his charity, that's not a crime. If anybody thinks it is a crime, then so be it. But I'm pretty sure President Barker deserves to celebrate 80. He deserves it. How many of us will ever become even the sweeper at the city hall, let alone to come from that background, walk your way through all the way, and now you're the president of the country at age 80. You telling the man how to look. No matter how he does it, they will find way to move the goalpost. I don't care whether or not he was going to sit by his house. He will say, look at him there. He's 80 and he's just sitting down doing nothing. I don't care how you do it. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. I think the president should have made this into a bigger deal. But you know what? He's a modest man. That's why he's charging $250. What is $250 for those who want to attend such an illustrious occasion? What is $250? We're not talking about the common man down there. If you want to have proximity to the president, is that a bad thing? I wish you charge me $1,000 to just be beside the president. You understand? But let alone $250. You in government, those people make money that we don't make. And then they charge you to be, to attend the president, to do it on a charitable event. And we'll make big deal out of this. Look, Uncle Sam, even if they had said this was for charity, they will still find the politics in it and stream it out and make a big deal out of it. It's not a matter of messaging. It's a matter of we Liberians who politicize almost everything now. Even the death of a man that's supposed to diminish somebody, we politicize it. That's how the kind of country we have become, and that's a way in history we will find those kinds of nations that have gotten to that level where we don't see the in each other, bad thing and then yell. 80. Happy birthday, President Barker.
Can I get the division, Josh? We have a party.
Thank you, Colonel Gray. We'll do another round, guys. Let's go through this first round, guys. Let's respect the time. We are under pressure to leave from here on time, please. Fatima?
Well, I would like to say hi to all of the panelists. My dear Dr. Richardson, how are you? I've missed you. Agassi, happy belated Thanksgiving to all of you. I would also like to say thanks to the viewers, the listeners, and to everyone. This President's Party, we've been planning it for over 8 months, And I wanted to go, but the person was like, what are you coming here for? It's a charity event. He's rolling out his charity for young children, for education, for a lot of different things. This is the rollout of the president's charity. He did not even, we've done all of this planning, and he made it such not important stuff. He was like, oh, why are you coming? So because of that, I even had to move my ticket for next month. But the fact remains, people thought this president was not going to see this day. There were lots of time during the election. People said in the next day he would die. 80 years is by his grace, by his mercy. 80 years is a big deal for Joseph Boakai to be walking around, to be standing, to be bringing the vision of the Liberian people to life. I don't care how small it is. Just 2 weeks ago, I bought a ticket to go via Brussels. I even thinking when I heard this news, what I can call them and see if I can switch my ticket to Ethiopian Airlines, get my money back, because I bought a ticket for $3,025 just to go to Liberia. And I'm thinking about if I can even call the airline line to get some money back. So people even say, my dad died at 62 years. My father, he had all his life, So when someone lives to 80 years, Joseph Boakai, God will bless you. We, the Liberian people, we love you. We thank you. We thank God for your life. We thank God for everything Liberia. There are some things that this president is doing that is not being showcased. There are a lot of good things that are happening to the country that is not in the public eye. At least we're not chewing this as bubble gum and eating it and spitting it out as a cake. Ethiopian Airlines is there, and we are proud of the small but steady gains that this government is making. Thank you.
Thank you. Acido, let's hear you on this one, please.
So I have a question. President Boakai is celebrating his 80th birthday. From the time he was 1 day old to the time he was 79 years old. Can somebody point to when last he has had the celebration he is having today? Listen, reaching 80 is a big thing. Anyone must be happy, proud, and thankful to God for reaching that. I'm not sure how many of us will reach 80. But when you use a position to catch in on, especially with what's going on in the country today, you must be ashamed of yourself. If President Boakai was not a president, in fact, he wasn't a president before. When last did he send invitation out for $250, $500? Can anybody point to me that day, that time? No, he has never. Only because today he is president clearly tells anyone that President Boakai is using the presidency, and the only place people should give money is his foundation. Nowhere else. Let's go to the second thing where I have problem. Listen, there are thousands of Liberians. There are thousands of Liberians that don't celebrate birthday. It is a good thing to be happy on this day. But Twin Johnson's family are right now in tears, in sorrows, in pain. That man contributed to President Boakai being president today. While the family is crying, the other family is dancing kakalika. I think that is a bad timing, and I think it is not a good time to have elaborate and lavish celebration like we are saying. I don't think the presidency is happy for that. I don't believe so.
Thank you very much, Acido. I want to say before we do another 30 seconds, guys, it should be 30 seconds. We got two other topics to go on, so we're backing every one of you. But let me say this. President Boakai, happy birthday to you. 80 years is not a joke. We wish you luck, we wish you success, and we wish you Godspeed. But for folks to connect the president's birthday, to say you can only sit on that table, only by paying $250 or $500, I think that's the problem. No poor person will enter that room to sit on that table. It's not for you. Those are playing this thing about charity, so many ways people should contribute to the President Foundation. But to go on the canopy of the President Foundation and say, give me $500 before you go east on the president food, I think it's bad. I don't think it's good. I really don't. I think there will be a big confusion coming from the whole charity collection. Those businesses that they will ask for money, what's their interest? I know a few of the businesses that contributed to this. I know a few of the embassy, the South African embassy and other embassy that contributed to this through the ambassador. I know. It's wrong. This is not rescue. Mandroison cannot go in there to eat some dry rice. Mandroison cannot go there because she cannot afford $250. Now you are demanding your ministers, your commissioners, your director to go pay $250 because if he doesn't show face, it means that he don't like the president. Somebody will be at the door taking attendance. Minister of Transport paid $500. You go sit down. If you can't show, they ask you, but why you didn't attend the president program? That's embarrassment. Now, where they getting the money from? Then you ask them how they steal it in the government. They got to put that $500 back that they get Joseph Boycott Foundation. They got to put it back. Let's be frank. In the Senate chat room, they are playing fun. They are joking. They are cracking up. Most of them say they ain't going to pay because they will not attend because it's a waste of money. Now, ask yourself the question. Did the president ask the foundation, say, you're going to collect money on the foundation behalf? The foundation is in the president's name, for God's sake. Good or bad, it reflects on the president, for God's sake. So many ways you should have done that, I believe. So many ways, they should have carried on and do something better. But they say you can only come to the gala ball. You can only come to the program by paying $250 or $500. Somebody have used the ministry money and put it on corporate social development fund, $250 will support the president's birthday. So I think, you know why? We shouldn't do this often and say, because of Joseph Iman Boycott, because we supported him, so everything that is done is right. No, it's not. It's not. It's disappointing, man. Tomorrow, there will be the big confusion. It was happening even. People are complaining. On the same foundation, they were accusing each other. Go to the Minister of Information, get $500. So it will not be only Jeremy Pierre, it will be Daniel Sando, it will be all the deputies, it will be all the assistant ministers. They will go into the dark room and share money. It will not be about them, it will be about the girlfriends and the boyfriends. It's a waste. The president spoke. The president said, listen, I lost my friend and my brother Prince Johnson. I'm not going to be here too long. He spoke briefly, he left. Now, guess what? They stayed there enjoying themselves. So are they celebrating Boycott now? He gone. He gone. But they are still there enjoying themselves. You know why? Because they paid the $250. Because they paid the $500. Because today Saturday, the cigar rolling, the Henderson XO, the club beer, the Modelo, the different thing. It's rolling. It is. Let me show you a little video of the program today. Watch. Let me show you a little video. I think this is it.
All of you tonight for this program as we celebrate the life of the chairman emeritus and founder.
Joseph Boycott not even happy. The puppet said that he's from. He said, what are you bringing here for? He's not even happy. That is an embarrassment, folks. Let the old man have a quiet birthday. The Nicotel woman saying that there after calling the children $236. She have not paid it back yet. She's saying that there. We can name who else saying that there. The yellow machine, 500 and something that they were charging 84 million for. She's saying that there. The Sylvester Grace Pay, over 500,000 from NASCO car. He's saying that there.
All of you tonight.
That they're over there. They're saying that they're all saying that around.
As we celebrate the life of the chairman emeritus and founder of the Joseph.
Okay, because of Facebook thing, I'll put it in the chat room. You can watch it. We got so many of them.
Opulence.
It's opulence. I mean, this is not rescue. The rescue enter there, they rescue mother there, they rescue grandfather, they rescue grandmother, all the rescue people there. But who are they rescuing? Who? I mean, can we just remember when we went after Joria, and I'll put this in, then we can speak to it. We went after Joria for the same thing. When he was celebrating his 55th birthday. Take a look.
Joseph Bayou from Grand Plaza, and I was appointed by the president. I wanted the minister.
We went after Joria on the same occasion. He was celebrating his birthday, and everybody was saying, praise God to Mr. President, you appointed me. Everybody was giving the testimony. It was testimony time. They were eating, they were drinking. We went after Joria, we got it clear. The very people today went after Joria. But today we say it's only okay because I just said Yiman Bwaka. Let's be fair. Yeah, but your 30-second close here, we'll move on to our next conversation. Mr. Eduardo.
Yeah, look, I think we are making this thing out to be something that it's not. First of all, this celebration of an 80-year-old is not the same as a 55-year-old. As much as I don't believe we should be using state resources for this, we should not surround the entirety of the president.
Stop. The celebration for the 80-year-old, that is no. It's time to interrupt you. Duadu, I don't think you're serious. They are president. They are using presidential resources. They are collecting money under the same pattern. And you want to say, no, it's not because of age? Go ahead, my dear brother and friend.
Thank you very much. Here's the thing I'm saying here. Look, the celebration, look, I for one, because the focus here is whether the money is being raised right. This is the president. He's raising money for a charity. You say, oh, what a man, I will go there. This person will go there. Everybody wants to go to the president's ball. Everybody want to go, but not everybody can go. Not in every country, not everybody can afford to go there. This mounting is we should not make everything about the president of the country, but we should make sure we make the distinction what constitutes a president, what doesn't. I get it. Over our president, we as party people were celebrating him because he appointed them. You see, none of those are President Bwaka's party. Nobody celebrating whatever because he got appointed. You took the mic, let's take the mic, disturbing my.
You're listening to
you can make it. You can make it. Dwadu, you're 30 seconds over. That the Rachel simply coming.
I'm not even going to continue now. Let it go.
30 seconds over.
Okay, go ahead. I'm not even going to
I wanted to just state that, we're in the era where we as a country have to take events and issues that we can learn from, not because a country or another leader did something means that it's always right. I was just thinking about the idea that someone said that in
Go ahead, man. Sorry.
I was just thinking that in like somebody would say, in the developing world, if you want to sit with someone like Bill Clinton, or if you want to sit with someone like George Bush, you got to pay, money for the birthday celebration. Yes, that comparison is not a bad idea if we're comparing apples to apples and oranges to oranges. I have not heard the United States ask Liberia for any money recently in terms of donating money to the United States. Liberia has not done that. Liberia basically relies on the United States for money. As far as I learned or checked, the last time I checked the American embassy, the American economy was much better than the Liberian economy. And the last time I checked, the United States was being considered like one of the world's superpower. So I don't like to do that sort of comparison. Okay, yes, in this country, when George Bush or Bill Clinton, when they're Nancy Pelosi or what have you, when they're celebrating their birthday party, it's appropriate, I think, for them to say, I want this amount of money, to celebrate my birthday. So that's the first thing I wanted to say. Number two, I think the president needs to speak out. If your charity is organizing something in your name and you are not happy about it, then you say something about it. It is your name. You are the president of Liberia. You should be in the know of every little thing that happens in our country. I mean, people should be making report to you. They should be coming, whether it's verbal or written report, you should know. So I don't want to, I don't want to start saying, oh, the president didn't know, so we can't blame him. The buck stops with the president, period. At the end of the day, they're not going to say, oh, it was, this person administration or this person at that agency who failed to do correct planning, or it was the foundation who failed to do correct planning. At the end of the day, they will say it was Joseph Boakar's foundation, Joseph Boakar's organization, Joseph Boakar's presidency. And I think somebody mentioned this issue of conflict of interest. This is a serious matter to me because, yes, if we're going to ask these organizations to donate to your cause, what are these organizations getting in exchange for their donation? That is a serious issue for me. So I think that conflict of interest, I would like to see the list of all of those companies that are donating to this charity foundation, and I want to see where the money is going to as well. Even though my money is not there, but I want to see.
Antonio, you and Camera interrupted me, so my time to talk.
Finish up.
Let me finish my talk. Look, listen. Nobody's making comparison between who or this, that. And I will agree with that, friend, saying if businesses are being asked to donate, we should know for what reason they're donating. Nobody's asking that point. But what I'm just trying to say is the president.
I raised that issue, Dwalu.
You can't wait your time coming. The president spoke about the direction, and people that are saying the president spoke about Prince Johnson, he made mention of that. Look, we can't politicize everything in the manner that we are doing. I, for one, agree there should be transparency in charity. I understand that. There is no argument to the contrary. But to suggest that a celebration of a man's birthday that contravenes some kind of ethical ruling, that is not true. And that's the point I want to make.
I don't think anybody's suggesting that, Brother Eduardo.
The insinuation of that, yeah.
I don't think it's the insinuation truthful either. The issue is that you try to spin it, but you just can't spin this one because the battle is already spent. Let me bring in. Let me get Fatima out of the way. Then I can go to Uncle Sam because Uncle Sam like to respond after Fatima. Fatima, your 30 seconds, man.
Well, I just believe that 80 years does not come every day. It's a blessing. It's by His grace, and I believe the president should celebrate. I don't think he did anything extravagant that that calls for people to start saying all kinds of things. I just believe that he's celebrating. He's happy to be alive. During the election, people thought he wasn't even going to make it to the election. After they say he got battered when he going on the day we were launching September, they said he was going to die under the rain. He wasn't going to get there. So I think this president should celebrate his birthday. We are proud of him. We appreciate him. And I'm sure today in Monrovia, because my sister called me and told me the president, places all around Monrovia, they were sending food to people to eat. The group of 77, all those places, they were doing that. So the president should celebrate. 80 years does not just come in one day. 80 years is a lot of years. So I'm with him to celebrate. I appreciate that he's alive and he's well.
Thank you, Fatima. Uncle Sam?
Look, Joseph Boaker has lived an exemplary life. Let's just be very clear about that. He deserves all of the accolades he's gotten as an individual. He's 80 years old. And I'm not going to say anything, but I want to speak directly to him like 30 seconds. As a president at 80 years old, there's no one or nothing that should stop you from doing the right thing. And you shouldn't have an excuse. You shouldn't worry about hurting anybody's feelings. You took upon this job, and the people believe and trusted in you, and they remove a certain precedent because they believe that you will be different. So, Mr. President, you can't just be different small. You have to be different in a way that is dramatic, that is clear, that is unambiguous, and there should be no comparison between you and the previous government. At your age, you should be setting standards and examples. Things like METEC, CTN, Necotech, and all of these other nyama should not characterize your government. Bringing in Ethiopian Airways is good. But Mr. President, an Embraer 175 costs $49 million. It's 88 passengers. You can do that. You can ask the Civil Aviation Authority to write a business plan and have a bank to finance that. Or go to a country, Brazil, where they make them and get a credit.
Just a second, Officer, we gotta go. We gotta go to the next conversation.
10 more seconds, I beg you.
We gotta go, Officer. We get closer on this private thing.
President, happy birthday. But Mr. President, you're 80 years on earth. You will jeopardize your legacy if your presidency does not coincide and represent the exemplary life that you have lived. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Colonel Gray, let's wrap this thing up, my brother.
You know, Stanton, if I heard you right, I think you said the president didn't even want to be there. That's the modest person he has always been. But others probably decided to throw this out there for his charity. Look, we all know how the last 6 years was spent on charity. One Clark Maria who was giving $1.7 million from our economy to run a charity. The Ome is not doing any of that. It's a private foundation. It could have just done what his predecessor did by, scouting a budget there for his charity. He has lived above the fray. So if a group of individuals felt that this 80th birthday is something they want to fundraise for his charity, you can go up the sky and fall down. That's an opinion. I don't think he's taking is obliging anybody, or his foundation is obliging anybody, I'm trusting them to say you must make contribution, or if you don't make contribution, it will be counted against you. I don't think the president will be that small or petite. We have to be able to give folks that deserve the praises that they deserve. President Boakai, I know did not organize this. Hey, yeah, Fatima was saying that they were going to go. There are folks who are around the home too. I mean, they're fundraising for his charity. That charity will go to the poor man. They need it, or the needy. Why are we making a big deal out of this? I think we like President Weir because when he didn't even hide it. He said, Mari, I'll give you 1.5 million, for our charity. And they're going back and collect it. Governor Clinton and others, they were celebrating that. It was normal. Today's a group of folks say, Ome, we want to celebrate your birthday. It's a big deal. But yeah, man, let's move to the next topic.
No, we got to give them a chance to speak. We just can move.
Yeah, they have to.
So Clinton, go ahead.
Yeah, look, you see, my disappointment with us Liberians is that we tend to switch our position depending on whether the side we support is not in power, then opinion switch. Look, you beat on George we are for the very same things. Having these parties, he beat on it. Not his Waka's turn. You have to be honest enough to say it's wrong. Now, you can't say this is not a problem because it's a private foundation. If people are if you're going to a Lebanese businessman saying, can you donate to President Bouakar's, a birthday party, we have to know like what comes with that. People donating because they want favor. There's a lot of things that you have to consider. Now, maybe Isaac, I don't know, maybe Stanton got all the information if the Clark Foundation was part of the national budget. I don't know that. If it was, I don't know. But
really, Governor, really?
I don't know. I really don't
know. It was in the budget every year. Every year was in the budget.
I didn't know that. So
now one day conjecture.
No, guys. Let's do this. Clark Foundation. There's no budget line say Clark Foundation. You're wrong.
The First Lady's office.
No, but don't say Clark Foundation was in the budget.
All right. So the First Lady's office. You know when the First Lady's office started getting budgetary.
Oh, we are. No, President, we are.
No. You're wrong. Beginning with Joel Howard Tiller. Joel Howard Tiller was the one who made that office of the first lady what we begin to know it today. She the one begin the first lady who was not sitting in the background, set up an office. I know this because Joel Howard Taylor was the one who so yeah, I just let it Joe. We have been too much. Look, there is no budget line, and like Cynthia said, there was not a budget. No $1.5 million was going to class charity. That is wrong, right? Look, we're not saying the president should not
Jamaica. Sorry.
Yeah, we're Jamaica. Okay. We are not. They gotta get described and say we get described. We are not saying that the president should not celebrate. Look how come a good laughing join now. Look, as I continue, I'm tired.
Yeah, man, come on there. There is
But you see
always
what I
time
said, sorry, let me interrupt you. So you see what Dwalu
There
just
is-
sold to the people? Dwalu just sold to the people that in the budget line 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. They had Clark Foundation in the budget line. Hey,
Yeah.
man.
No. We made a correction. The first lady office.
You say we made a correction.
That's the cloud we are.
Go ahead, Asa.
Yeah, what the cloud we are. Every day.
There is, listen, there is time for joke. There is time for seriousness. Now let's be serious. That joke didn't put us out. So I will say this again. For me, I don't want to stay long, saying anything. I just want to ask my friends on the platform. Before President Boyka became president, please educate me on what the foundation was doing. Nobody can say anything. So, this
I
is
should
not
make the
fair.
research and come and tell us.
We have foundation was doing before president. We have
I said, when I answer your question, talk, I mean, we gotta go back.
I don't. Nobody will answer the question. I mean, listen. President Boyka Foundation is now distributing items worth 500,000, worth 1.2 million, worth 300,000, and then, we just come on the platform to joke. I mean, even if we hate Liberia so much, in 2024, President Boyka's Foundation that have never distributed anything more than $5,000 throughout its existence is now distributing things worth 500,000, and it is okay. Close your eyes and imagine if this was someone who all his life has been a celebrity, have known people across the planet. Imagine how people Vin here were coming be outside. You are going to be seeing Vin from here. And then somebody come and say, oh, Joe, we have birthday party. The ministers were there because they were appointed. Well, I just saw the foreign minister as President Boyka's party. She was there not because she was appointed, no. Because she's a pastor and she just want to preach.
She loved charity.
Stop joking,
Woman
man.
love charity.
She loved charity.
So let me say this, and I will end on this whole birthday thing because we got one last conversation to go through. It's only fair to say, you know what, leaders come, leaders go, but they all make the same mistakes. The president have all right to celebrate his birthday. My brother El Remigre says some people, the foundation is Joseph Boyka, right? The foundation bears his name. If you have any good thing from that foundation, he takes credit. If you have bad thing coming from the foundation, it's on Joseph Boyka. And I would say this, they just throw it out there and they went and hustle for some money. Let me remind you guys on something. When they were doing the cleaning, something for the inauguration, honor the current mayor, Shafar, what's his name is, I don't know. A lot of business people in and around Monrovia contributed. Do you guys notice it's a big conflict right now about the money management? Do you know that?
Fatima, like you?
No, but let me say my own. You bring Fatima or you bring Asido when I leave from your chest, not only one. I beg you. So the issue here is that when these things are happening, people just collide. There is no question. And they will just put it on the president. When they were cleaning up the city, they said, we need to clean for inauguration. We need to clean for inauguration. And all the contribution. Up to now, there's a problem with that mayor. When they were planning this thing, I was called. When I said the same thing I said today, I said, you're separated everything for the foundation. I said that. I said, once you start to collect money, you're going back the wrong track. Once you put money to it, then you go now the Leone man do, you go now this person do, now that person do, and say, the person will be afraid, they will contribute. Then now you start selling the chairs. Then now you start selling souvenirs. You start selling the pen. You start selling the ribbon. You will call the sponsor and sell it. It's a problem. You know, but I just feel that at the end of the day, to each his own. Another government will say, President, we are did it, Joseph Boakai did it, and we're going to do our own too. You know, that's the level. There's no middle class, only poor or rich. So you find only the rich people sitting on there. You know, and to each his own, like bro will decide. Yeah. Guys, while we close this show, don't you want to say something?
No, look, Senator, what you just said, I agree entirely. Now on the issue where you demand it from businesses, that is concerning. But initially, my first statement was this: if you're not going to hold Fatima to some negative standards because she didn't show up, I'm all for it. Let people take it out of their own heart. Let Fatima can say, my whole heart is out of her own heart and go there. I got no qualms about it. The president raising money.
That's true.
But where it's going to be predicated upon, Stanton guy is small business in Balance, and because they don't show up, then you look at Stanton different, or they don't get government contract. That's an issue. If that's the case, we got to address that. But I don't believe, yeah, you know, and all those things. And
Can
by the way,
just add one line, Dwalu, please? Just one second.
I will come to you, Fatima.
Yeah, the President's Foundation, before he became president, there was a ferry that worth tens of thousands of dollars that was donated in Riverside County. There was container full of drugs that were donated to JFK and EWA Hospital. It was not a rich foundation, but we all know when you become president, you have tremendous clout. And we got to address it and make it more fun too, by the way I say. So before
Dwalu, say that again. Under the President Foundation, what happened?
Before he became president, he donated a ferry in Riverside County to cross the river that was worth tens of thousands of dollars. Before the president became president, his foundation donated a container full of drugs to JFK and EWA Hospital, drugs that he even got from here. So we are not saying it was a rich foundation, but to suggest he has not given anything more than 5,000 is
no, you can suggest that. Yeah. I know some of the folks from Texas that contributed to the work of the president when he was vice president. But he was vice president at
the time.
Not before he became president. Even before the argument
when he was vice president at the time. So it was correct.
You got problem with Claudia using her.
And indeed, that goes to Fatima. Fatima, go ahead. You want to say something real quick?
Yeah, it was just a 1 minute thing. I was only trying to say the things that Dwalu just elaborated. I just wanted to say, before he became president, there were good things that he did, and while he's president, he's going to do even bigger things. That's all.
Okay, so we thank you. Now. You got to understand, because folks are saying they continue the president promise to be in Liberia didn't reach. So let's get something straight.
So stand up. Please allow me 1 second.
You cannot be on and off and you want to establish. So you don't make up your mind.
I'm driving. All right, let me get 1 second, please. Let me get 1 second, please. The ferry that was given wasn't given by the JMB Foundation. It was given by Joseph Boakai as a political candidate for president. Number two, the drugs that were promised never saw ship before reaching Liberia. It didn't see ship, no ship. The drug was so plenty that no ship could carry it. So it left in America until today. So when you're telling the people you're telling, you're please telling the truth thing, yeah? The ship, they still building ship. They need big ship to bring out drugs. It ain't can Liberia yet. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Anson, though. So, but man, I'll finish with it one, because if you hold rope hold bush, right? So let lead it one, because it's only fair for us to leave this one. But I know about the ferry. I know about the other thing that are supposed to come. Maybe they stay on the way coming. So Dwalu, you're right. The ferry came in when he was a vice president, and he said nothing to the interior. I think he said it to your hometown, I believe, right? For the children to get in and cross the river and go to school.
Yeah, Riverside Way. Yeah.
Riverside Way, yeah. So I believe it's a good thing. So
Now,
guys,
he got that village. That got that's from.
That's a good thing. He did it for River Says.
No,
Your
the Ferretti come when you were vice president.
Your village, come on
The
there.
Ferretti when you were opposition leader, not vice president.
Marshall, that's why he did not. He had the money. He did it. That's the thing. I'm glad you made that correction. He was not vice president, but he did it.
Isaac, there's a gentleman that the president at the time BP told me about sent out to or ferry to him. There were two, right? One had an engine problem and we're trying to fix it, and the other one he sent it to Riverside's area. That was a good thing, right? At some point in this whole foundation thing, the foundation went dead because you understand, as a vice president, he left office, things wasn't easy. We can go through that one, right? He didn't go around and lying to say he's a rich man and he got $80 million. No, he didn't go around lying and say he said his football booth for $340 million. No, he stayed in his corner and the Liberian people trusted him and brought him to power. What we are saying today is that we will only speak truth to power, but where the president tried to do the right thing with president. And I think giving those ferry to those people was a unique one. It helping a lot of students, right, cross now over the river, and the children go to school and bring them back. Can we do more? That's the question.
When we go River Says, we'll use our ferry. We'll go.
So I want to say,
so we can go across it.
So I want to say, and again, I want to say thanks to everybody. It's 6, which is 11:06. I want to ask you what's on your mind, 30 seconds. I have this thing. I don't know whether you want us to discuss it. Let me put it in the chat room. The bank account information from the National Insurance Corporation of Liberia, the money that went in there and the money that was taken out. We can also discuss, and Uncle Sam, I think you helped establish the national insurance. You contributed to that entity, Uncle Sam. I heard your name through our investigation. They say it was a great help, and you know more about this establishment. So again, if you don't want us to talk about it today, we can start, we can leave it, or we can give only you the chance. Talk briefly because you contributed immensely, though. Your name came up a lot. They say you was at the forefront and you helped. You brought about that organization again.
Okay, so the National Insurance Company of Liberia was created, I believe, by decree number 88A under President Samuel Doe. Okay, and the idea for that was to create a national insurance company that would insure government assets and also do life, health, and property and casualty, right? But that was then. So then, after the war, the organization NACL has been what they call moribund. It has not been active. So a few years ago, I got a call from the government of Liberia asking me to give them a roadmap for the revamping or the revitalization of the National Insurance Company of Liberia. So I did my research and I gave them a roadmap to either make it like a full-fledged insurance company or make it a reinsurance. And I did a lot of research and looked at a lot of different country contexts, right? So that is what I did when Samuel Mane was managing director of the National Insurance Company of Liberia. So I do know a lot about it. I know that the insurance industry in Liberia is greatly underserved. Less than 1% of the assets in the country are insured, and 99.9% of the people don't have life insurance. And in America, life insurance is one of the ways that we create wealth. When somebody dies, you get money, and you use that money to bury the person, but also to carry on, so and so and so forth. So that is where we are. So I do know a lot about I do know a lot about NICO, and I'm surprised at what I'm hearing about the things that are going on there, because it would be kind of tragic if we do not revitalize NICO, and NICO does not create a credibility in the strategic positioning as a government-owned company that can create wealth and protect the assets of the government of the government of Liberia. So that is where I am.
So I just put it in the chat room. Guys, please take your time and look at it, please. I just put it in the chat room some of the bank information from Afri Land Bank. the money that came into the early part of this year and the money that left. We have the whole document up to present. If you're in the chat, I know government there, you are not. When we start talking about not to Japan, the allegation of corruption and how he came into this thing, just take a look. I just drop it there. Then I'll put the rest of the information, but I promised you guys yesterday I was going to share this document, and then we'll discuss it. The different amount, the date, and the time, the deposit, the withdrawal, and everything involved at that place. Let's begin to discuss them and see that. Send it to you, Clinton, so you should have them. It's only fitting that we discuss them. The House of Representatives contributed $152,000. In less than 3 days, the money went down to nowhere. The investigation is still ongoing. And again, we are sending this document over to those in need of them, that they can investigate these documents. Different document, by the way, which is so concerning. So I hope we have time to discuss it. Maybe not today, because again, we should be leaving from here shortly. So please review it. What's your take, Mr. Dualu? We're going to let you guys review this, but let me talk to you. Let's leave this NACO thing. I just want you guys to see it, because I promise I'll put all the document in there. Once you look at it, then we can talk about it next week. Tomorrow, we'll lead on one-on-one with the CEO. We should be having Kabinet Janet tomorrow, by God's grace, one-on-one with the CEO. The roundtable is open. You guys can join us and let's talk thereafter. Ketemba, Kefasa, and I. Now, I want to ask you, Dualu, everything you are seeing or preliminary information coming concerning Prince Johnson, burial and funeral arrangement, we are seeing different documents. But today is also concerning that people are stepping up and making different moves. While we do that, hold on 1 minute, guys. Today is our brother and friend birthday also. I'd like to recognize him. For the formula, today is his birthday. I know, and the folks want to sing happy birthday song to him. Okay, so I asked for that. I said, 40, is that you that was singing birthday to, or is the president? And 40 say it was him. So again, I believe that group that gathered, but 40 say it was him. So I asked him over, and he said, man, that's my birthday today, and they were singing me happy birthday. So if today is 40 Formula birthday, we want to wish him happy birthday too. But that's born my white Dr. Richardson. Parents took her when she was born, and she grew up at the age of 13, and they brought her back. So that where Dr. Richardson from, Bomai. That right there. Dr. Richardson house is right across the street. She was born here in New York, right? And they took her there at the age of 13, and she came back. Do I talk to us, my brother?
Yeah, but over there is the Foley they're singing to, but I think it's the both of them, the president and Foley as well. But I want to say this, Stanton. If I was not to, we cannot assume that the money that was reduced or expended from the account was done under the various circumstances. If I were not to, I would present documents to prove that this was in conformity with regulations, just to make sure we clear it.
We have our document too to prove him wrong also.
To counter him as well. But if I was in this position, I would immediately address this. There should be no reason why the money. The question I would ask is, Uncle Sam, in those days, does the National Insurance Agency pay its own employees, or does it come out of for the finance ministry? Because the only way that money can go that fast would be maybe they pay some.
I have the answer. Maybe you call Uncle Sam name, because Uncle Sam, they all work on that thing. Uncle Sam, thank you a lot. They spoke good about you, by the way. So prior to
and they didn't pay me plenty money for 2 months. They just pay me small money.
No problem. That country called patriotism.
No, they spoke well about him. They had 16 staff at the time, around 16, 17. And they were on probation.
And I did seminars there too for free seminars.
And you got to understand that the government of Liberia is responsible for the payment, Mr. Duarte, to your question.
So the insurance company is not paying their own salary. So there has to be justification on Stanton as to why the money was depleted very quickly. Not to address that.
No, yeah. We listen. The reason why I don't want to put all this thing, I hope he can address it, because we're going to put it out, obviously. You know, people are angry, money coming in, a lot of money. The first batch was $152,000. Look at the receipt, look at the date. Came in on the 27th. Guess what happened? One day later on, the thing went down. It went down as fast as it could, coming down to $52,000. And now, but it wasn't on the expenditure. The document we have, that money ran out like crazy, and the man started driving a Mercedes-Benz. And when they questioned him, he said his friend bought it for him. So your friend only buy you the Mercedes-Benz when you took over. But all the other time you were suffering, you never had a Mercedes-Benz.
Private jet, nigga, people private jet on Mercedes.
You're right.
If people that it's like the deal, the foundation ain't gonna get money like that.
So listen, this is a big story, right? This is a big deal, right? And again, this guy said, "What happened?" Just come and tell the people what you know, and tell them your story. But they cannot, because you either say the truth or we should document to disprove your story. And what we are doing here, chair, because you know we are in the chat room, right? You're gonna have all the people there that will send this document to him. I don't care, send it to him. If you want, I will send it to him. But we got bank records, even more of present, and this is embarrassment, folks. We went after Ami. Ami came on the show, and Ami said, "Oh, go to the government and ask for me." And the next thing, Ami resigned. We went after LRC. We told LRC the problem. Patrick Woolsey was jumping around and said, "No, that's a lie. You're lying on me." The next thing I look, the document revealed that the audit that was done, Patrick Woolsey had a $5,000 apartment for his girlfriend, and he said it was an office space for LRC. But he was paying under LRC $5,000 every month. And these guys didn't get the man to tell us. We are doing this investigation that we're lying. So then you think, you say, "But you guys are cuckoo." It's like one flew over the cuckoo's nest. Everybody read that story here if you're doing literature, because it's foolishness, right? You cannot tell us that what we know, been investigating all these times, then you're going to tell us, "Oh, no, you're lying on me." $5,000. They get, finally get. They get another
get. But you don't call again, it will beg you, will hold your foot.
Clinton know the guy.
No, we take out a big step.
No, I'm not calling her name, right? I respect her. I'm not calling her name.
Patrick Woolsey is a very good friend of mine. I beg you.
And Patrick Woolsey, right? And Fatima's daughter, Fatima know the guy. She's from Kidman. And Patrick Woolsey, to tell you the truth. But you could agree, you know what can hurt me, right? When he guys them getting the government in a mess, they come out with dry face and say that's a lie. The most recent audit report, the man secured the apartment and he put on an LRC and said office space.
But see, we're gonna talk about where? Maybe the apartment comes to setting
and the LRC pin.
Okay.
Pin. For the guy. And for the man to go home, he's still working overnight. And he was working in the office.
I'm in the wrong business center.
Look, the country too corrupt, my man. The country too corrupt.
Man, this is an embarrassment. When I see my sister Fatu fighting and I'm fighting, everybody try to fight, it begins to hurt our head. Because you know why? You try to go the way, it coming out this way.
Yeah, keep fighting.
It's the water BM. You cannot hold it in one hand. It's coming up between your finger. So that's embarrassment, folks. The man look at me, said, "I don't need to talk to you. We have done nothing wrong." So I said, but Patrick, I can come on that show and destroy all of you because you're lying. Look what the document revealed in. Now he's gone. And the poor woman, she got to leave from that office space. Nice office, refrigerator, microwave,
office space, or luxury apartment. We got.
My man, the man put it on an office space, but I mean you blame. But the girl was living there. 2 bedrooms. Each bedroom have its own bathroom. It had a jacuzzi and all.
just give it few more months. Patrick Owusu will resurface. We're a country of impunity, so nothing can happen. You see, if not to Japa can come back.
No, you're right. You're right.
My brother, why we wasted the one leader that will start putting people to jail for some time?
I agree.
That would be one of the most popular leaders Liberia will ever wish for. Like
And the people will protect you, Colonel Gray.
It's not coming on the Ambassador Barker. Just that one that Leon will go. I can tell you that.
I'll tell
you need that one leader.
It's not going to come under President Boakai?
No, I don't believe so.
What?
Neither do I.
Have that bandwidth.
No, I want to hear from the left. I know my left or right. I want to hear from the other side.
My brother.
No, honestly, look, government, I'll be fair with you. Liberia requires true constitutional order. This is the only way.
It's not going to happen.
Look,
I think the president 80 years is in the best position. He got to live for the he wants to be. But
leave it. Taji, you mad? You Taji.
Dr. Richardson, you want to come in and we'll go to Sister Fatima? Fatima cooked all her food she didn't share with us on Thanksgiving. She and her beautiful daughter and her handsome son. Her beautiful daughter and her handsome son. Five children. I know. All of them look like they died AV. All of them look like AV, by the way. No, I disagree. Hell no. No, they all look like AV. Fatima people. But Dr. Richardson, let's go back to the two-bedroom apartment office space rented by Patrick Owusu and El Piracy.
Well, we can add Patrick Owusu at El RC to the insurance company fiasco to just suggest that this government and something that is very historical in our country, they don't know how to vet well. They are just putting people into positions because of affiliation. I don't understand why someone like Patrick Owusu's experience with working with refugees, what he understands about human relations, human resources, the suffer of the refugees, the resettling of refugees. How did he get put into that position? And then when we, there's sometimes there's transferable skills, but even when I'm interviewing someone for transferable skills, I look at their potential, and there's certain things you look for in a person. But I from all that we have talked about Patrick Owusu, I've not seen anything like that. And then we go to the insurance company, a good idea. Anything that is attached to the government should be making money for the government. Okay, if you're taking money out of the people's pay, for insurance or to maintain a building. Which all the bills are old, so I don't know what kind of maintenance was happening there, or why is it not a private entity? Why didn't it go private? Why does it have to be a part of the government?
You're talking about the building, they're in the Tubado building, where you get up around crime. Tubado building, if you know that building, right?
It's on the corner of Front Street and Buchanan.
Yeah, and they're paying $75,000 a year for the office space. Yeah.
For what?
They rent, right? Tubado building, that building in Tubado.
Well,
I would just leave that one and laugh.
Yeah, exactly. I would just laugh about that one, but I'm trying to say, and I'm sure.
No, 7,500, not 1,000. 7,500.
People who have been in the military in Tualu.
Sorry, Dr. Richardson. Dr. Richardson, I'm sorry to interrupt you. They are paying $7,500 a year.
7,500 a year?
Yes, sir.
That's it?
Yes. For that,
but
for
that's
the
a good
office
deal.
space. Yes.
But that's a good
It
deal.
came from a CDC, from the CDC government period. It came from that end. So
You mean that triple D building there?
I don't know the building, but the building in Tubado.
It's just a flow. It's just a flow. The small part of a flow.
Yes. Yeah. Dr. Richardson, go ahead, please.
Yeah, so I was just kind of connecting the idea of LRC and also the concept of the insurance company together. Then some of the similarities that I see between the two is like poor vetting for leadership. I don't know how those leaders not to Jalak got into the position of being the head of the insurance company in Liberia. I don't know how Mr. Woolsey got it to be the head of the LRRC. So that's one thing I see that, and then I don't understand why they have it as a government entity as opposed to a private entity. And I think that any government entity should be able to at least make money for the government. But it appears to me that these people, based on what you say, I'm not in the travel because of good reasons right now. But from what I'm hearing, it appears to be that people are corrupt and stealing the insurance money that was allotted to them, suggesting again that we Liberians do not like ourselves. Even if the president puts you in a position, you should think about the long-term development of the country. You don't think about just enriching yourself. I was going to say, I'm sure Uncle Sam and Dwally, you can relate to this. There's something called USA, it's an insurance company in this country. That company is good for people who are in the military business and their family and their children. And I believe that company is a private entity.
I still have it.
I do too. I do too. But it's provides insurance.
But what about Uncle Sam and Eduardo you are point to? What about
I'm sorry, I forgot you're in the military for 4
man.
days.
You're on 4 days. We accept your 4 days.
The man is entitled to the amenities.
The man is entitled to all rights and privileges.
But what I'm trying to say, this is something that makes money. I mean, yes, okay, if you serve your country, this person came up with the idea. If you serve your country, you work with the government, you're not making, a lot of money. So they provide insurance at a decreased rate. That's why a lot of people are attracted to it. And so it stays in your family, from one generation to the other generation. That's some of the promotion that they have. So if we have this in our government, it's not entirely it's a bad thing. But so how is the Liberian people benefiting from this insurance company that is attached to our government? I see one building here that looks like, usually with USA insurance, they take care of any accident that I have. If I have property damage, they come and take care of it. I don't know if that's the same thing with the Liberian insurance company. Are they taking care of damages to our building? Because we certainly have a lot of old buildings in our country right now that need to be revamped. As Uncle Sam said, part of the reason why they were developed was to revamp or revitalize old government building or, based on the insurance that they were paying. So
Dr. Richardson, thank you very much. It's only important for us to say, man, guys, whenever you join us to have a spoon talk, it's so interesting, it's so unique. On a beautiful Saturday, everybody at home, I believe Uncle Sam is having fun in Liberia. We got Paul Kennedy in Liberia. We have Asiva. He's still looking for a job or consultant something in Liberia whenever you get it. Again, I have to say that about Asiva. Yeah, but the man is hustling. I'm a man. I want to say, well, Dualu, it's always good having you. While it is 6:27 here, it's 10:11:27 in Liberia. Let's try to close this thing. Let's hear you. Sister Fatima, what you make about this LRRC, new development? We got a lot. Whenever we come, we try to pull us something from our archive, Fatima. Goodbye, but today, when we close this show, I think it was a beautiful day. What we saw at the airport, Ethiopian Airlines is added. That's good news for the country. Like it or hate it, it's a good news. Again, we can disagree on the charity foundation, the amount of money they're collecting, but yet indeed, the president celebrating his 80th birthday, that's a good thing. But those are collecting the money that decided to put this together, I think it's a problem. We go down to the National Insurance Company of Liberia. You understand that these guys, they're getting the money and just running through. We will continue to discuss that. We're going back to LRRC, $5,000 for girlfriend condo and say it's the office space, or no JMB government. Goodbye out there. We just got to tell the people the truth, nothing but the truth. So help us, oh God. Sister Fatima, let's start with you. Close the show, man.
So, I mean, it's always a good show. We're here imparting knowledge on our Liberian people, educating them about the affairs of our country. I'm grateful that the president was able to see 80 years of his life. I mean, 80 years. I wish my father was here, but I have this president. I know you guys know I'm always give the disclaimer that I love him dearly, and I wish him well. I mean, if it was other people, I think they would have done even more. But the celebration of his 80th birthday. I'm super proud of what he's done. I hope that the monies will go, and I know it will go to his charity, to helping improve the lives of Liberians. I did hear Isaac Doe say something that, I was grateful that he said it. He said the president got all the ferries when he was in opposition. That speaks of a lot, of his character and the person he is. When he saw the need, when he wasn't even vice president, when he was in opposition, he saw the need for people and he did what he had to do. I believe that to serve, first of all, I think for anyone to serve in government is a privilege, is an honor. It's a blessing to serve in your country's government. And I think if you're serving, you should serve well, you should serve with distinction. Anyone who takes properties of the Liberian government and use it on their own or on their girlfriend or boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. And if it is not their own personal pay, I think they should be dealt with according to the laws of Liberia. And I know some people say, that this government will not prosecute people who steal. I think the president should. I think he should be a president of examples. He should set examples to anyone who takes state resources and allocates it for their own personal use. I think they should be dealt with. So as it pertains to the LRRC and the girlfriend housing and allocating that to the budget of that entity, I think it should be pursued. And if he's found liable or guilty of that, I think he should face the full weight of the law. I just want to say thank you to the Liberian people for always listening to us, for sharing this show, for keeping us honest and making us to know that, giving us the opportunity to be a part of our country, celebrating our president today. I'm super proud. I know like I said, I give you the disclaimer. I love this president. I love everything about this president. And I'm grateful that he was able to see 80 years. They told us that he wasn't going to make it. They told us he was hanging on a broomstick. They said he wasn't going to go to the stadium that morning when it was raining because his battery would die when he has no battery. They said,
it's okay now, you guys. It's okay. It's
I'm
okay,
grateful.
Mama.
Papa, happy birthday, Joseph Waka.
It's
With
okay,
my
Mama.
whole heart, I say happy birthday, Joseph Nimabaka. I was busy today. I haven't even sent a shout out to the president on my page. I'm going to do that now that I've gotten home. I'm relaxed. I'm going to do that. Thank you for the opportunity to see you all. Thank you to the panelists. I say thank you. I might not like all of you, but I respect each and every one of you. Thank you today, Uncle Sam, for telling me my kids do look like me because I produced them by the grace of God.
I see.
Fatima, thank you very much. We really do appreciate you on Spoon Talk today. But I stick by my statement. All the children look like AB. Thank you. Duado, you close, right?
No, I'm close, man. Let me close that.
Right.
Look, disclaimer. I love Fatu. I can't even help myself.
And I love you, right?
I love it too. My man.
What's that? No.
Hey, almost said
looking for your own trouble.
Hey, we're gonna trouble a small boy. But listen now, look, guys. It was a great day. But listen now, I was saying it's about Liberia. It's about Liberia. It's always going to be about Liberia. When Honorable Braga makes mistakes here, we come here, we say those mistakes, we point those mistakes out because we want the president to succeed. We're not just saying it because out of spite. We are saying this genuinely because the president's legacy does matter to us. Those of us that continue to push the president, there will be time we come here and we appear as though we are praising the president. It happens. If he does something right, we are going to celebrate that because we want him to succeed and to continue to encourage him. But I want you guys to know this. Everything we do here is to uplift this country. There will be some disagreements here and there. And everybody here, we agree with that. There are faults made. And sometimes we make that lateral comparison with the previous administration. We should not be doing that. The focus should be, Honorable Braga, everything we thought that was wrong on the previous administration, you have to fix it. And we will continue to push. And we agree with Fatima on this. Look, to serve your country is a tremendous honor. I don't think there is any honor greater than actually serving your country. But the truest service you can do to your own life, to your own legacy, and the entirety of your children is to go serve your people, and then you steal from the very people to whom you have been entrusted to lead. This is a disservice to your people. I know your people always say, oh, when they put you there too, you always steal. it's a fair argument because this is the argument. This is all you know in the past. Some of us truly want this country to change because we believe we possess the capabilities now to change this country. I'm not talking about me individually. I'm talking about Liberians scattered all over the globe. And we will continue to push until we get Liberia right. That's our aim and our goal. We'll stick with it. Stanton.
Thank you very much, brother. But Dr. Richardson, you close, right? No? Go ahead, man. Can you close, please?
Sure. It was an awesome show, you know, spending out my Saturday talking about Liberia and being with my fellow panelists was awesome as usual. I just want to say that I too want a better Liberia. For me, it's not about political party, it's not about a person, it's about the country. So when I come and speak about conflict of interest, or when I come and speak about, you know, comparing apples to apples and oranges to oranges, or guava to guava, or mango to mango, I'm basically speaking about developing our country. And I believe that charging people to go to a president's dinner could possibly create a conflict of interest. And I believe that people in the Ministry of Information and also at the mansion, if they want, they could be selling this president even better. You know, it's not just about celebrating your 80th birthday. We know that reaching 80 is a milestone. I mean, anyone who have had an older parent, you would appreciate that. Even if anyone who's alive, you would think about reaching 80. That's a great accomplishment. But the place where our country is right now, you know, we should be putting some priorities in order. We can't keep on doing the same old thing and expect to get a different result, as Mr. Alexander Cummings would say. You know, that's the definition of insanity. If we say we are a radical rescue government, then we should do some radical things. Everybody who has money, like Uncle Sam said, if he had money, he would celebrate his 80th birthday for a month. Okay? But that doesn't mean that you should. That doesn't mean that because your country is in crisis and we look up to you as a leader, that you should be celebrating your 80th birthday. Lower scale, carry it to your yard. It's big enough, it's being financed, it's being fixed. Get good friends and family, people that you can trust, who's loyal to you, because of course, you know, loyalty is like a dozen a dime in our country. Okay? But having this big fanfare and then you sitting there, as some people might interpret your body language and the way that you appear not to be interested. You don't want to be there. Some people might call it being humble, or being, you know, you're showing humility. You know, that's not, if you don't want to be there, you don't go there. You know, the buck stops with you, because at the end of the day, we'll say it was Mr. Buckhart's party. It's not going to be Francine's party. It was Mr. Buckhart's party. People asked for money on his behalf, and people asked for $250. As the Senate chat room, and we're hearing today, people are making fun about your party. You know, some people say they're not going to go pay $500 to go sit down and go eat food. They'll rather have it done cheaply. So I'm trying to say to you is, when we speak, I'm not here to criticize the government. I'm not here to criticize anyone. I just want a better Liberia. I don't know if it was happening in my lifetime. I always often joke my grandson, maybe it will happen in his lifetime. But I'm tired of being seen as a Liberian. And when I step out there, people say, what country do you come from? I just had to explain that a few seconds ago. We know better. We're not less smart. Or South Africa. We are just even smarter, or just as smart. And that's what I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Richardson. Let me bring in Clinton.
Oh man, great show as always. It was a great show. Dr. Richardson is correct. Look, we come here out of love Liberia. We love Liberia beyond the political associations and affiliations. Look, talking about Patrick. Patrick is a good friend of mine. I got to know Patrick while he was at the Ministry of Information. As a matter of fact, I worked with Patrick Risbasika when they flew to the U.S., and we organized meetings in Rhode Island. We even had a meeting with the city mayor of Worcester, and talking about Liberia, the UP government at the time. Contrary to what a lot of people believe, we worked with the UP government and organized town hall meetings here in the U.S. And they came and they spoke and talked about the progress of the government. Even while I was in New Jersey, then when Louis Brand, was minister, I think he was just appointed as Minister of the Information, came to the UN, and we organized a meeting with and had them talk about the UP government. So this is beyond just party. It's about when we come here and talk about the issues I felt Liberia. It's not just to put on partisan cap, but it's to talk about Liberia in a positive way and to see Liberia progress. And talking about Wozie again, Dr. Richardson, actually Wozie has a lot of background in NGO work, very extensive background. That's all he's done most of his life. Even on I know he was kept there in some position working with LRC. So the allegations coming from there, they're very grave. Like I said, he's a good friend of mine.
I just want to make one comment, if you don't mind me saying that, or asking that question. People can have a lot of background. I have 20 years in university, working, teaching, but I won't say that I have 20 years in being the president of a university. So you can have tons of background. The UN is a big system. You can be used as a consultant in refugee resettlement. But that doesn't mean you know how to run a refugee agency. So I just wanted to make that point.
That's true. That's true. The point I was trying to make is he has a lot of background in that area. Has done a lot of work in that area. I remember even
what do you think happened?
So
what do you think happened? Were you on the show and were calling people's numbers and they were saying that he was giving money?
He watched the show that night. He watched.
You watched the show. So what do you think happened? I mean, this is somebody that
I don't know. Yeah, look, like I said, the allegations again. I'm just talking about his background, his qualifications.
Okay, thank you.
To fill that role. Like I said, I know the guy. So there was even a point I worked with Wozie, and I said another fellow at RC when this whole how to call it thing was happening, and they were talking about moving Liberians back on TPS, working with RC and seeing what we could do to as the government of Liberia at the time to help. But again, grave allegations. It doesn't matter whatever personal relationship, when we have these kind of issues that affect public resources, they are concerning, and of course it has to be investigated to the fullest. Hey, happy birthday to the president. The 80 years old. I hope I live to past that. My father was 85, so I want to live past that. The president, he's a good man, and I think he means well in our will, but I think he has to be emphatic about what he wants his legacy to be. Like I said before, when I went to Liberia, I believe 2 years ago, when this administration, a year ago when this administration just came to power, one of the questions I answered from Julius G on OKFM was, even as an opposition, what the outlook was, and I said this president had a perfect opportunity to leave a legacy, just because of, again, 80 years old. You don't have to think about 10 years, 20 years of friendship. Like Uncle Sam said, he can go ahead and just, execute and don't have to worry about a lot of different things. So there's a lot of opportunity to do going. He has to turn this thing around going into next year, because, I think that's, people are getting tired. A lot of Liberians who walk in that water, they are getting very tired, and, a lot has to be done. I will leave it. I will leave it right there. Do I hear distracting? But it's okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, when you keep recycling one information over and over and over, that's why. But Dwalo, it's my turn, right?
Yeah, Colonel Greg, go ahead, sir.
Sarah, Uncle Sam, my brother,
in the middle. Don't call me Uncle Sam. No, Greg, remember, call me Uncle Sam. I beg you. I take God to beg you. Don't call me Uncle Sam.
Even the great United States we call the great United States.
But man, just call me Sammy. I beg you. You must say we're not far from age. I beg you. I owe you food.
We're allowed to say Uncle Sam on this show. Yeah, beg you.
Yeah. And Follow and Fatuma, because I know her pa. Even Francis, I knew her mind pa.
My brother. Anyway, but here's the deal.
Go ahead.
That one of the reasons why some of us hope that at least the economic crimes code will go ahead, is because when I was a soldier and also at the Ministry of Defense, they used to cut from my check something called insurance. by a company called Cigna, and I think we used to have American Underwriter as well. Two organizations. I don't know what happened to those money. You understand? But it was for soldiers. They were extracting money from our paycheck for insurance. What became of those funds? Nobody knows today. So maybe these are some of the issues that will come up in an economic crimes court. But I can tell you that clearly, as long as they have a cigar club attached to the presidency of Joseph Boakai, a lot of people will be recycled. Some of us don't smoke cigars, so we don't have friends in the system that smoke cigar. The likes of the Notu Japa and so on will come in because they smoke their cigar and they'll scuffle them somewhere. And monkey don't have, the color of their hand. They will continue to do what they do because this is all they know. When you want to live a lavish life, definitely you have to support that type of mentality. And I don't see those people living those games sooner. I can tell you, Mr. Wozi came up here. He didn't come up. In fact, maybe had he come up here, he was going to modify his behavior, but he refused to come. 2 times he was invited on 2 different occasions. He refused to come. But you know what? He was damning everybody because he knows exactly his attachment or connection to the power that be. I don't know, but you cannot lie on somebody that has a damning character. They will show you. I mean, somebody came up here and said, I stole laptop. That was politics. You understand? In my wider imagination, would I ever steal anything? I almost lost my life. And I always say, but hey, that was politics. The people who saying that if some of us continue to dig behind them, the things will come up with, it'll be staggering. But you know what? Your character is like pregnancy, as Isaac can say, it comes out. You understand? If you would think that they'll change you from one location, water and sewer, then they put you at another agency, that automatically will change your behavior as a human being. I think there are things that you work on, and that's your value system. And that's what I'm missing. To see those people, because their body in the government, they have connection, they smoke their cigar and say, hey, come be this person. And then you go there, you let those people down. Your body might have scuffled you, but they don't know how to maintain your own character. I look at Natu, I look at others like the Wozi. These are the individuals that will distract this government from making tangent progress. But if you spare the rotten, as the old people used to say, you spare the rod, you spoil the child. So that will be the legacy that President Baka will have to live up with. But he's going to have to move the needle a little bit harsher. The dad that don't spare the rod gets a good child. And that's how I can say if he wants a good government, I hope he begin to look at other ways to punish people for their action. Otherwise, we're just wasting our time. That's all I can say, Stan. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Conor Gray. Thank you, Conor Gray.
Thank you, Conor Gray. Look, first of all, thank you guys. I love all of you so much. I really, really do, from the bottom of my heart. Even Conor Gray, who don't give me a hard time, you tell me what kind of thing, but I still love him from the bottom of my heart. Look, guys, first of all, happy birthday to Joseph Nyeman Boakai. I mean, he's a phenomenal human being. I mean, walking from where he did, come to Monrovia to ascend to the highest, I mean, and then become 80 years old. This is like, oh my God, this is great. I'm happy for him. Okay, but look, here it is. The people that you surround yourself with, right, in the political economy, in something they call the government, will determine your legacy because they represent you. And it is so sad that the person that Joseph Nyeman Boakai is, I don't see a corruption born in his body. I really don't. I don't see him being hedonistic, being somebody who loves pleasures and everything else. He's a very simple human being, okay? But I don't see the people who he brought to run things for him understand who he is and what he represents and how they should behave themselves. You see, a lot of these young people, they're into pleasure, they're into all of these things, But if you love all those things, you should be able to be on the outside, do your own business, run your own, get a job, and do that. But you can't come to be in the government to use that as a means of financing your lavish lifestyle. It shouldn't be that way. But if you look at the Liberian society, especially over the last 40 years, the people that have the greatest degree of wealth and enjoyment are people that have been connected to the government. So these young people, they believe that they can come to drive a Mercedes, to have a $5,000 apartment for a girlfriend. You would take the government money to do that, and then you will be like, so how do you face the people in your community when you do something like that? How do you represent Joseph Nyeman Boka, a humble man? He doesn't want to do anything with extravagance, nothing with wealth. He just want to do something. But he's old and he may not have the energy. So he appointed you guys with the energy, the adrenaline, and hopefully with the expertise. And then you do the exact opposite. All you're making him to look very bad. January is coming, January 22nd, first anniversary. If things do not dramatically change, where people see that things are going a totally different direction, let's just face it, Joseph Boka will start losing that popularity and that gravitas that he brought to the office. It was not because of what he did, or because of what people that he trusted to do it. And I blame people like Fatima and people like Stanton. Stanton, you guys are not pushing Joe Boka hard enough to make the hard decisions. You have to. You cannot, because everything that happens is a reflection of what you guys are and what you represent and what you told the Liberian people on this platform to vote for him. And if it's going contrary and it's starting to impact him, you need to do something. Go to him. Sit down with him, call him on the phone and say, Mr. President, we are your true soldiers. We demand that you do these things. And the same thing that the Chawia people were afraid to talk to Chawia, and he lost. When you make a president to a point where nobody can talk to him, nobody can advise him, nobody can confront him, nobody can tell him to, excuse my language, F-R on some occasions, then you're creating a demigod. You're not running a country. And the results that you're getting will always be what we're getting. In Liberia, we deserve more than that, my people. We deserve more than a cake plane. We deserve more than an Ethiopian plane. And I will rest on that. I love you guys. It's Saturday night. I'm just going to go drink my stuff and just enjoy myself. And
Sam, thank you. You are quite correct. Let me say this. You can take the camera to the water, but you don't force the camera to drink. Uncle Sam, the only thing, those of us that sometimes still, chat and talk to this president, is just to tell the president where we see things are going wrong. And it's up to the president for the next 5 years to make the decision as to whether he's going to take them or he's going to let them be. For 1 year, Uncle Sam, we've been beating on this thing, a lot of corrupt individuals in the government. We are not perfect. Stay out of the government. If you know you are too fast to take money and destroy the ministry or the entity, just stay out of the government. If you know you are not content with your paycheck and you want even more and more and more, and therefore you will travel to Cambodia, to China and all this other Vietnam to exploit the people, like some of those ambassadors at large, 600,000 here and there, and the president heard the information and said, you know what, we got to remove them. Those are total embarrassment. Brought a lot of hustle around the president, and they were using that letter of appointment and the letter of nomination to say, I am the ambassador at large. I am the ambassador on foreign trade. And they were just enriching themselves. Ministers are doing it today, folks. Minister using the president's name. You think how diplomatic passport is out there again. These are embarrassing. These are troubling times. So we sit here every day and we say it. There's no need to say beyond Jade, because you say beyond the house in the back, people will cover it up. You know how many times folks in the government say, send me the information, Uncle Sam, we will investigate. The year coming to an end. I have listed the amount of document we have shared with folks in the government. They didn't do a damn thing. Because those are their friends. Those are the brothers and sisters. You know how many times people have gotten money on DSA 2, 3 different times for the same cost, for the same date, for the same travel? Uncle Sam, don't get us started, man. We have said this thing. They said, send it to us. You will never see it again. No. So they agreed to create their own cartel. Look at what Matthew Yampru said about Ministry of Information. It's true. Most of what he said is true. Those guys then would take the money and distribute the money amongst themselves. Jeremy Pierre, Daniel Sano, all of them. You cannot fire Daniel Sano because he's youngly former chief of staff. That youngly board, that youngly handpicked. That they don't have Liberty Party person. So they can steal, they can do anything, they are safe. You cannot go over after Jeremy Pierre because he's a unity partisan, a strong unity partisan. So every accusation that came upon them, they would brush it away. You can. So many accusations on Sarah Best loyalty, the Necotech, the passport issue, they are covering for one another. They get the backing of senators. So this is embarrassment. So sometimes when we say President Joseph Boakai is tired, in his body he's tired. Then he come to realize it, but why are we here? You know why? Because he listened to Yombi Kanga. She sent 3 family members to LDC. Easy. He listened to DeLong saying office boy to fire service as director. Listen to Prince Moyi send Patrick Woolsey to LRRC, the man destroy it. We can go down the line. Everybody was just making their own appointment. And they want the country to be better? No, the country can be better. No way. It can't. So Joseph Boakai will be in this trouble for a long time till one day he wake up and say, no, this is my government. And the people brought me here and I should serve the people. He should say that. Good, bad, and ugly, it should be on me. And we'll do reappointment in this government to make this government white. You know how many times the president will take action on individual people who come and beg? Look at the issue about the yellow machine. You talk about that. From $84 million down to $21 million now. But who is all sitting down with the president? Grisper is right there. The rest of them sitting down. They're chilling. Look, I will say this. May God save our state. May God save Liberia. Deep down, my sister Fatima Hat, she know what's up. She know how well we can talk. And rough. But she still got to hang in there because she's a faithful lover. She love her daddy. She love her husband. Fatima had to leave her man. You know that, right? I mean, say this. She's very, very hard. She love her daddy. She does. If Fatima stick with you, she go all in. What do you think Fatima see AB, she can be shaking this time? Because her children's father. And she look. I really Fatima. So let me say this, folks. We just got to pray for our country. There was some information out there concerning that one of the lawmakers passed away. I think it was false. Well, from District Number 4, Bond County, that information was false. So people are asking me, I know the information was false. The representative Wamba, he's alive. He didn't pass away. Well, again, I want to say, keep your eyes open, folks. Monday will be a very busy day. Tuesday, we expect the ruling from Monday to Tuesday. We expect the ruling. Don't forget, somebody got to give, somebody got to take. And it is why it is. If the Supreme Court rule in favor of the majority, it's a game changer. In 6 months to a year, Musa Ability said they will have 37 members and they will move that speaker that they will put in. If the Supreme Court say return to status quo and give due process to Funati Kofa, the law will always be the law. And we'll wait and see. May God save our state. May God bless the president on his wonderful birthday. May he have fun and sleep and go to bed and be a great man. We pray for President Barker. Listen, me personally, I've invested time, resources, and everything because I believe in the law of President Barker. I didn't go to jump on the president because he said he was running to be president again. No, 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 no. I began to admire this person, his leadership, his skill, because I saw something in him. And I still believe he can deliver for the people of Liberia. And I pray that those that are around him, if they think that they are mistaken to be corrupt and steal, God will show them up and they will be removed. I still have faith in this government. And I still have faith that the right thing will be done. So folks, join us tomorrow one-on-one with the CEO that we will be speaking to Kabina Jane and having fun. Let's think Liberia. Let's love Liberia. And together, let's build a beautiful Liberia. Have a good night, folks. Dr. Richardson, it's good seeing you, man.
Gamonde, that issue, that word, that my friend there, that was spoiling Liberia. Your friend, your mom, your dad, anybody who does wrong, my brother, push them out.
Yep.
I think I agree. I think you know, there has to be then. I was only trying to clarify that the guy has to back in that era. But you know, I think it's
what happened to your glasses?
In my glasses, I have it, but the computer is for a long distance, you know, and the computer is right in front of me, so it gives me problem. That's
if we all continue to say that my man there and my
why
friend,
I miss you.
Let me tell you something.
Why are you observing someone there, Fatima?
Let me tell you something. I beg you to stand on. The place where I sit, and the connections that I have to people. There's certain things I can't say on the platform because it's like it would, you know. I mean, I'm a human being. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. Say I'm 100% honest. I say everything that comes to my mind. I can't because there's some people I'm connected to that I have to just shut up.
Witchcraft are human being too. You got to be a witchcraft to lead a country.
I will say no about the 600 Vietnamese allegation against one of that person that have diplomatic passport.
Leave me alone.
I will say no about it.
Say that I beg you, I hold your foot, I run away.
I see you.
Yeah, Fatima, it's good seeing you though. You guys get anything left over? You enjoy yourself, right?
I got a little bit of leftover, but you know the boys came home and they stay here, and
we got a lot of food. We got a lot of food. The potatoes green. I just killed it myself with potatoes green.
I see you with potato green for a long time. Though. Even when you come here, every day you can talk about Liberian food, and you know you want to stand to cook it. So stop it. The Oman
let me say this.
Oman.
Yo, the Oman. Ask the Oman when last I ate her food.
I just say you know potato green.
And she wash it. My wife cook potatoes green. My daughter
she cook no potato green and not true CEO.
No, I will cook potatoes green.
Right here to Boston Market, you bought all your Latin in your
side. I have never been to Boston. I have never been to Boston Market.
Can I see picture? Can I see picture?
Yeah. I will call you when I go downstairs when I'm warming my other small green.
I want to see it.
You get a dry quite fish in it too.
But all the time you can tell me the way I feel like eating fresh potato green from Liberia.
Listen, let me tell you something. Fatima.
Yeah.
So Gamma cooked the best potato green. You know why? I don't have no taste for my mom cooking no more.
Hey, see, you can just
I said that. Go tell her. You gotta go call her. No, seriously, I get no taste for my mom cooking. Listen, if my mom cook or my mother-in-law cook, I lost things.
Okay.
I must eat Gamma food.
You can Gamma can cook. Then you can be eating bagel every day. The last time I saw you, I even warn you. I say you better get in front of you.
Yeah. Say anything you want to say. Let me tell you something, Fatima. I am saying to you, in the morning, I eat my bagel, I drink my coffee. That one, nobody can stop it.
Yeah, one not you.
Yeah, right? This time, say I left the bagel business, I eating 2 boiled eggs with wheat bread, and I drink my cup of coffee.
For the day I told you say you better was getting big, I remember that.
No, man, I didn't even see you before you said my better getting big.
I tell you say better getting big.
No, don't do that. Somebody else you talking to. But at the end of the day, Fatima, that potato is green.
I believe it.
Okay.
Nobody can cook potato cream more than Fatima. Me.
Yeah, right.
My
When
baby.
they enjoy
You
your food,
get potato cream.
that your Muffet daughter that was saying that day, Mama, that she came to wrap you and she took all your food, so she was pressing the same.
But she know how to do it. I say I came from work because Friday I went to work. See when I came by the get carry auntie on campus.
Your banners.
Small thing and she
I
left.
get go. I'm from Java, man.
Happy
Listen,
birthday, our papa.
don't forget, starting money, Fatima. Money will be the second. We're doing the rest something because in 2 weeks, Fatima, guess what?
What?
We're getting 1,000 vehicle rest and we'll be giving back to the people, right?
I think I'll be there for the distribution, right?
Oh, when are you going to Liberia?
On the 21st.
No, we got to do it the second week of December.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because we want to give it a put aside. If you want us to push it a little bit, that's fine. I don't care.
I put either for that Christmas food. You get out in the second week. The poor got plenty of family. The poor eat all the poor food from there.
No, okay. So we would talk about it, but I'm so happy that we get rest. You know, Alpha Joe gave contribution, and $1,000, and the charity group that came on the show gave 500, but it didn't sound on the check, so we had to send it back to them. And Fatima, they said, "Oh, still not just sound on it and deposit." Hey, no. I'm just
bring that money over big thing.
No. I say y'all nothing.
I will ask you one last question before I leave. See,
Yeah.
the way I bought my ticket from Brussels and anything that happened to the other airline, I can switch it.
No, keep your ticket.
Penalty.
No, keep your ticket. Keep your ticket. Listen, to tell you the truth, the whole Ethiopian Airlines, I know nothing about it. Everything I was saying, just putting that they're going to do something in Liberia. So keep your ticket. Actually, listen, it will get better. It will get better. I think Steven Johnson and they're doing extremely well.
They're doing well.
They have to come on the show and explain and tell the people the way forward. But it will get ready. It will get better, Fatima. To tell you the truth, it's not easy when these people then start getting to know the country, engaging. You know, the thing that hurt me over here, Fatima, Joel brought cake plane for the population, and then he brought private jet for himself. Nobody can explain that.
And they can't play even go around like they not play for any.
No, na Fagona Ede cake plane. We got video. Fagona make a video of that cake plane. Can you find out before we leave real quick? Fagona make a video that he was celebrating the cake plane. Can you imagine? He ate the cake. He was in the picture. You were in the video celebrating the cake plane.
Have come here, and because they threw the jab, the others are responding to them that when your president stood at this airport, he ate a plane that was a cake. This president landed a plane with 261 passengers.
No. I'm not talking about this video that today. Fagona redeeming himself today. I'm saying find the video when they brought a cake plane, not this one. Okay. Fagona celebrated the cake plane. He ate some of the cake. To tell you the truth. And let's be fair. But today, we got Ethiopian Airlines saying we come into the country. Listen, you can say anything. I think it's a good thing for the country, Fatima. I think it will help decrease the burden placed on passengers. I think small the government will gather some revenue. And I believe that, right? And that's what we should be doing. Now, we don't want somebody going there to go take money to face the office and take 200,000, 300,000. No, it should be for the people. It should be for the country. But this is what we want to see. A little here, a little there.
Absolutely.
And everybody will come together. You know what? Through Crack Coffee, Drink Water, somebody going to get a job through Ethiopian Airlines.
Absolutely, especially our young people.
So, exactly. Somebody go to connect. And let's be frank, Fatima, that's what a country should be doing. Not to go pay $500 for one table and say the quality money in the name of JMB. Most of the people are going to eat that money that one foundation. I know them. They're going to eat that money.
Oh, no, happy birthday to my papa.
And then you won't pay your money in that one. You won't pay your money in that one before you won't put your money in that one because you go like, I don't understand that. No problem. I will say my own. I will say my own. So the best thing we can do here, my fellow Liberians, ladies and gentlemen, we should always speak truth to power. Because through this, Liberia will get better. Be at peace. And again, know that God in heaven knows that we need to help our country.
Absolutely.
Some way, somehow, we need to fix our country. Our country bleeding, oh, it's not easy. It's rough. It's sugar, honey, iced tea. It's not easy. So we should all come together as a nation. 1,000 or some more back arrests. People will be caught and they will be receiving the rest. Can't you imagine? Somebody will be eating. We'll do this every December. You know what you're talking about? May God save our state. And may God bless our people. Fatima, have a good night, yeah?
Shukon, good night. Oh, thank you. My sister Asatu Kenneth, bye Kenneth. Shout out to you. Happy holidays. Yeah, thank you. Goodbye. See you.
And happy birthday again to For the Family. We wish him well.
My brother For the Family. Happy birthday, Fofo. I'm gonna hit you up.
Yep.
All right, guys. Assalamu alaikum to all the Muslims. I see you.
Malaikum assalam.
Walaikum. Wow.
Okay, at least I tried. Walaikum, my bad.
I just gotta correct you. I see
Walaikum.
you.
Yeah, God bless you.
Nice to see you. You're looking good.
Sugar laughing. Sugar, thank you very much, man. It was a beautiful show, folks. Nelson is on assignment, and you know, we want to say thank you for joining us again. Till we meet again. Be safe, be blessed, and may God save our state. Chukon, have a good night, okay? Take care. All right. Bye-bye. If you leave with magic, though, that you brought in.
No trouble. So yes, indeed, we have to go. Thank you for listening. Thank you for following Spoon Talk on today's edition. We said those who call, thank you for calling in. Those who try calling and did not just get through, yes, we're gonna be here again on tomorrow. So thank you to the entire team and those who are following. Thank you so much. We say bye-bye from our end on today's edition of the Spoon Talk from Monrovia, Liberia. My name is Trokon Flaman. Do have yourself a wonderful night.
From the top of Wologisi to the beaches of Maryland, we cover Liberia like nobody else does. This is Spoon 107.5